Hello. Let's link up. I wanna see your face. I love you, I wanna see your face. It's too long since I see you. Hello. I wanna see you. Hey, Astonia. Welcome. In the morning, in the night, anytime when I come, you know, say I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. And anytime when I'm calling, make you pick up the phone, but you know that I'm here. My baby, my baby, my baby. Hello, welcome. You know, my baby, my baby. Let's link up. I wanna see your face, yeah. I know be sure if I don't see your face, yeah. It's too long since I see your face, yeah. I'm feeling strong. I wanna see you. It's like welcome, 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 welcome. Hey, Esther's Chronicles. It's like welcome, welcome, welcome. Greetings, greetings. Thank you so much for coming. I know people. Esther's Chronicles. Welcome. Okay, okay, no problem. Welcome. Welcome. It's like day. Wanna kiss you early in the morning. Go, 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 Cali. Good to have you in the house. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Go, 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 Charlie. How is your holiday going? How is your holiday going? Hope you are enjoying it. You're having an amazing time, right? How is your holiday going? Esther's Chronicles, welcome. Good to have you in the house. Welcome. Be Yourself Dynasty. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Be Yourself Dynasty. Sweet Pea, Esther's Chronicles, Tonia, Cornelius, every one of you, thank you so much for coming. Please kindly thumbs up and share out the stream. Yeah, let's have more people coming here because today is going to be an exciting one. Be yourself. Can you give me? How are you doing? And Esther's Chronicles, how is your holiday going? Man, girl, you're grooving big time. You are grooving big time. Oh, please enjoy the ad. Enjoy the ad, Esther's Chronicles. Thank you so much. Yeah, welcome. Be yourself. How has things been today? I haven't really been on YT Street today. It's been a busy day, running up and down, and they're trying to beat up with the street. I'm going to check my notifications and see the people I missed. Then return to them after the stream, you know. No. Monday work. Okay, so today we'll be discussing knowing how to balance being a wife and being a wife and okay. Thank you so much. Today we'll be discussing how being a wife and religion, and the women and religious leaders. Thank you, Esther's Chronicles. I'm particularly glad you are here. Believe me, I am particularly glad you're here. Thank you so much, Queen, for joining this stream. Yeah, so like I said from the topic, let's wait for more people to come in. Please share out the stream. Like, let's have a lot of more people coming before we go, so we'll not be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, you know. Yeah, because something there are a lot of things we are getting wrong, and most times some women don't really know how to balance their role as a wife, as a mom, and as a religious person. So we find things clashing or mistaking one for another, you know, because we have a lot of churches, we have a lot of religious leaders, religious bodies scattered all over. They're scattered all over the places, and each of these religious bodies have, thank you so much for the like and share. I appreciate. Each of these religious bodies have their doctrines and way of life. They have their doctrines, laid down doctrines for members. And sometimes these doctrines clash in marriage, especially when we have a couple, husband and wife, worshiping in different denomination or having different religious faith or belief. For instance, a Muslim man getting married to a Christian wife. Most often times we see these things clashing. We see them clashing, having crises. And if care is not taken, this is what paints the other religion bad. And even in the same religion, the same faith, for instance, we still see couples of different denomination clashing. And this is the reason why most denominations will say, marry from where you worship. And the reason they say this is not far-fetched, it is because they know that these things will definitely clash. Faith and belief, religious belief will eventually clash. Mommy Ifechi, oh God, welcome, ma. Thank you so much for coming. Mommy Fechi, welcome. I am happy. In fact, you know, I am happy you are here, and I'm happy Esther's Chronicles is here as well. And I saw your notification. I was on somebody's live there when your notification, and I was like, okay, later I will catch up, and I will just run it, trying to finish up with what I was doing, do my live, then I'll catch up instead of clicking in and clicking out. Yeah, I love to listen to people's videos, so I don't like that clicking in and clicking out. So I left the notifications all there so that I can take my time to visit them back. Welcome, ma. How has your day been, ma? Welcome. So, like I was saying before you came in, different religion, different denominations are beginning to, you know, it's not as if this is the first time things like this are going to be happening. They've been happening. I have also had friends whose husbands are from different religious beliefs, and they are Christians married to Muslims. And I equally have friends who have the same faith. They are both Christians, but worship with different denominations. And we have seen crises emanate from this, because different religions have their doctrines, and different denominations equally have their doctrines and their way of life in that denomination as well. Now, there are equally, the reason why I'm bringing this, because most oftentimes women are always at the receiving end of crisis, in the sense that most times some of these beliefs, some of these doctrines, most women shove it down without really creating a balance, knowing where to draw the line. And it affects their home. It affects their marriage. You see a husband doing one thing and the wife doing the other. You see a wife, their church has program this week, and then the husband maybe have another week. So they are both running helter-skelter and both holding on to different doctrines. Religion is supposed to be a tool, like it's supposed to be a means of drawing us closer to God. Religion is supposed to be a way of life, helping us connect with our maker, helping us connect with God, helping us connect, helping us have a faith and hope. Yes, there is a better tomorrow. I'm believing in the supreme being completely. So, but when religion becomes a means of confusion in a home, then you need to think twice. We have seen religion tear homes apart. We have seen religious doctrine destroy marriages. And this is not just happening, it has been happening even before today. It has been happening even before today. Now, what hurts me the most is the emergence of too many religious denominations with some doctrines that are not friendly at all. Those ones who take it to the extreme. And because due to the challenges we are facing, people are running helter-skelter, running from pillar to post, looking for what is not lost, even at the detriment of their marriage, even at the detriment of their family. When a woman is challenged today, she is ready to go anywhere, to any length, seeking for solution. And most times, these solutions are not even there. But these men of God keep using women as a tool and ruining their homes. So that is what we'll be discussing today. I'll be dropping the link, and so that I don't forget. Mommy Fetch, welcome once again. So, Decency Bid, welcome. Esther's Chronicles, welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. I appreciate. Decency Bid, welcome. Okay, I think I'm just seeing you here now. Be Yourself, Dynasty. Thank you so much. Welcome, Decency Bid. I appreciate you for joining the stream. Thank you. Now, the annoying part of this whole thing is seeing women who claim to be very religious. They are very religious. They go to church, like they carry the church on their head. They practically carry it on their head. But these women have no iota of love and respect for their husband. They don't know the priority. Church has become their priority. And they don't care whether it ruins their home or not. What they care about is that they have a program. They have one activity to the other. From one to the other. But anywhere they just say there is a new man of God in town, boom, women will tie their scarf, carry their handbag, also. Anytime they say there's a new pastor, there's this pastor making wave, there's this pastor that performs signs and wonder, there is this pastor that carries fire, there's this pastor that speaks in tongues, there's this pastor that sees so much. Women will tie their scarf, carry their bag, and they are off. Most times they don't even ask themselves, who are these people really? Who are they really? What God do they serve? We have seen a lot of fetish people come out in suits, collecting power from very deadly and terrible places, coming to use it to perform signs and wonders. Yet, women are quick to run to different crusades, different, I don't know what to call them anymore. There was a time I was like that. I almost lost my faith. My spiritual life nosedive. I almost lost faith in God completely because of this men of God. And I see women making the same mistake. Don't get me wrong. To be religious is not bad. Don't get me wrong. Religion is not supposed to be a thing, something we should run away from, because it is a means of communicating, drawing closer to our Maker. It gives us hope and faith of a better tomorrow. But what we see today are women who, especially women, I am mentioning women particularly because they are always the ones going out in search, looking for, great men of God who will lay hands on them, great men of God who will see visions for them, great men of God who will see signs and wonders, who will give them what is not missing in their lives. And these women go out there exposing their families to dangers. I was watching a clip the other day, And in that clip, I see a woman exposing her husband's weakness before the whole world, all in the name of talking to a pastor. The congregation was a large one. And this woman, I don't know, some of these men of God are beginning to make caricature of the faith. They're beginning to make caricature of what religion should be. They are beginning to play with it and taking advantage of women especially. Yeah. They're beginning to take advantage of women. I have a lot of examples. Now, in this particular video, this woman was busy exposing how weak her husband has been in bed, how her husband cannot perform in bed. Welcome, Estelle family. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah. The Bible says, test all spirits. But these days, we are so carried away with religion that nobody cares to even seek the face of God or even hear from God. The only person that sees and hears from God are the men on suit. If he's not the pastor, nobody else can see. Nobody else can hear. How can a married woman come out before the whole world and expose her husband's weakness in bed? How the husband doesn't know how to give it to her. And the whole congregation were laughing and making caricature of the whole story. And the pastor was laughing. You need to see as if the place was a club already or a stage where comedians come and make joke. This is supposed to be a private bedroom matter. Even if she needs help, she can seek counseling with the pastor or with the group in the church who is in charge or who are in charge of counseling. But no, she mentioned it that the husband has not been giving it to her. And to make matters worse, he's not romantic. He doesn't know how to do this. He doesn't know how to do that. In a congregation of hundreds, people burst out laughing, and the pastor was putting words into her mouth, and he was making her speak while the church had a field day. It is not the only clip on the internet. It is not the only clip on social media. There are other clips where pastors have rubbished people's marriage before the congregation, where the pastor, in the name of, I don't call that preaching, have rubbished people and exposed them, leaving them in shame, so embarrassed. I watching that particular video, I was so ashamed. Like I couldn't look at it. I was so ashamed to hear a woman, and they were all laughing, throwing their legs up. The pastor asks again, how is he not giving it to you? How is he giving it to you? He's not doing this time, or he's not doing this time. In the church, what happens to privacy? I have seen countless number of these videos that I feel is about time we talk about it. Religion doesn't make us lose our senses. Religion doesn't make us lose our sense or our brain. As we carry the Bible in one hand or the Quran, we should also carry our senses along. What happens to telling the pastor that you need a private counseling? You need a private counseling and you want to discuss something with him. Mommy Fechi, welcome. Gustav Fisher, welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, my dear.
Welcome, ma.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Yeah, keep talking, my dear. This is very, when some of these topics that are very dear to me comes up, I can't help but to jump on.
Yeah. That's why I'm particularly happy you are here.
Yes, because I have, sometimes, now nobody should misunderstand me, but sometimes calling these places churches is an insult to God, because some of these places, not all of them, but in fact, if not most of them, but some, let me just use some of these places, yes, calling them churches are just degrading God, because there's nothing church or Christian or God in that building. My husband refers, yes, them to organizations. We should call them what they are. They are organizations.
Business
And
empires.
yes, business. Is it was it Summer I was listening to some one day, and she was saying, does anointing does anointing is it transferred sexually? That when the wife one is a pastor, the wife will be a pastor, the son is being groomed to be the next pastor. Is it
Yes.
sexually transmitted? So people have to know, is this business or is this actually church? So we have to define it and redefine it and be very, very careful where we go into. I think somebody, was it Decency Beats, mentioned something about being careful about who lays hands on you. How dare
Yes.
you come near me with your hands? No, I don't need your laying of hands. Because some people have laid hands on people and their problem has multiplied. And I know I'm not
Multiply.
just saying what yes, their problem multiplied. And I'm not even saying that they said. I have very firm evidence of these things where people
Yes.
were laid hand on by these fraudsters in the name of pastors. There are genuine
Yes.
ones, but unfortunately,
Yes.
the horrible ones have, make them really
Taking over.
invisible. Yes, they've taken over. Let me tell you something before I even go to an example I want to give you. I remember a few years ago when we traveled to Nigeria, and one of my husband's brother, uncle, cousins, he said to him, I don't know why you're wasting your time over there in abroad. You need to come back here and open a church here in Lagos. And of course, he knows my husband is a child of God and genuine, not nonsense. And he opened a church here. And then they will say, oh, this man that lives in London is back. He's opened a church. And then people like me will come. And once you start talking, you just raise your hand. I will fall under anointing. And then the next Sunday, everybody will rush to that church. Oh, have you not been to that church? That man came back from London. Last Sunday, when he was preaching, people were falling. You see, this is when this uncle of his said this to him, he rebuked him. He said, really? So is that what is happening? That's what you people are doing. So if at each time myself and my husband, we discuss this and we remember that discussion, what he said, say the fact that the next Sunday, they will leave the other churches, they will come to your church because of that. Hey, that was when I said to
Business.
myself, oh God, I felt bad. My husband was like weeping. What is going on? Are people actually doing these things that there's somewhere we are heading to, that we have to be accountable one day? Both the people who are pastoring and people who are being pastored. That's why I'm not asking anybody not to go to church, but even before COVID, we have house worship. We have house where 2 or 3 are gathered together in your name. Once in a while, we go out there to mix with others, but our altar is in our house. We have our offering. We have our offering. We do our offering every Sunday. We do our Bible studies. We do our hymns. We study the word. We pray. We take our times and we do everything that we would have done in the church, but we still go when we want, but we are no longer committed in that sense because of all the things going on. When our offering bag is full and we to certain amount, we will decide which organization, I will send it to like children in need, or not to any of these
Orphanage.
people, the orphanage, things like that, because we are into charity big time. If I tell you the amount of charities we are supporting, and that is what gives us joy, and that's what we do with our weekly offering. And the fact that when any of our children are back, they join because they know that there's house worship. When they're back, they join, and the offering increases. If not, it's just us. And that's what we do. I'm not discouraging anybody from going to church. They will tell you, oh, Bible say, do not forsake the gathering of believers. Fine, good. Gathering of believers. I love that word. And who are those believers? Who are you
Who are
gathering with?
those believers?
Yes, who are you
This is what
gathering
I
with?
want to be. Believers, a lot of women as we speak,
Honestly.
don't even communicate with their husbands. They don't have an out of respect for their husband. But the moment they see their pastor, they go on their knees. Daddy, daddy, daddy.
I
But
have
this same
stories.
woman will put her eyes into the
Yeah.
put her hands into the eyes of her husband.
Yes, I have an example about that one I'm going to give now, but I just wanted to talk about this church issue. And people will come
Mm.
to you, they'll say, oh, and some people will even phone their children where they are. Have you been to church today? Have you gone to? Listen, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you should not go to church. Or please, by all means, go to church, but go to church with your eyes open. Be very, very
Yes.
careful who touches you and who lays hands on you. Very, very important. Going to church, of course,
Mm.
wonderful. We're all raised up to go to church. We even go to the evening churches as well when we are younger. So it's very good to do. However, what
Mm.
is happening these days? Come here in London. There's a street called not Elephant and Castle. What is that? Elephant and Castle? I can't remember this street. If I remember the name, I'll tell you. It's very long street in London. If you before you count two, there's church. Who are owners of this church? Nigerians. Before you count another two, there's
Nigerians.
church. And they will come to church if husband and wife are having problem. Now, all I'm saying now, I'm saying with examples. We have one that we handled, and this pastor. So I don't want to call the name of the church. This pastor, so-called pastor, and it bothers me when people call them man or women of God. Aren't you a man and woman of God? When you give them these names, they think that they are above you. They think that they are God, and some people even treat them better than God. Some people
Like God.
yes, they will not use their phone when their pastor is there, but when they are on their
Mm.
own and there's a prayer going on, if there's no pastor, they can use their phone because they don't fear God, because they're not seeing God, they're seeing their pastor. Looking at their pastor as their gods. So we have to be
Mm.
very, very careful because we are all going to be answerable to what we have done in this life when we get there. I remember one day, before I tell you the story about some women worshiping pastors and neglecting their husbands and so on.
Yeah.
Few years ago, here where I live in Southeast London, I was in the town center doing my own thing, and these people were standing there sharing tracts, and she gave one to me. I said, no, thank you. Do you know? She's like a black woman saying no, thank you to tracts. And she said to
Try.
me, oh, which church do you go to? Hey, hey, I said to myself, thank your God that it's no more Ifeyinwa Mbochie. If it was, she would be surprised. Honestly, that sometimes things happen. I just thank my God that I've changed. Mm. So she said to me, which church do you go to? We are sharing the word of God here and you're rejecting it and trying to preach to me. I said, hold on there. I said, please, you offered me tract and I said no. And I'm a grown woman and I'm entitled to my own opinion. You don't have to ask me which church I go to. Do you know that this woman
Mm.
left what she was doing and was following me down to the other shop? And she said,
Preaching
hey,
the word of God to you.
preaching the word of God to me. She was following me and being a nuisance, really. And I'm like, this woman, you don't even know anything. Thank your God, though, that you've met a different person now. You know, that's why I always say,
They have arrested some of them on the streets of London, not just London, even in
yes,
US, for
yeah,
constituting nuisance, forcing
yeah.
it down people's throats.
You don't force it down. You don't force it. Just say what you've got to say. Leave the person, pray, and just let God do his own work. And she said to me, oh, there's a church down there. We meet at so and so. Hey, I haven't told you I need a church. You offered me tract. I said, thank you. I don't know what your problem is. And she was just trying to tell me, maybe she thinks that this one is an unbeliever. She's not receiving tract. So she was trying to direct me to the church over there that they meet at so and so time. And then she now said to me, in fact, before all this, she now said to me, I say, look, I'm a child of God and I go to church and I don't need the tract. I'm fine, thank you. She said, which church do you belong to? I even made a mistake of telling her I'm an Anglican. Do you know what she said? What? Oh, there's all this Pentecostal now. What? That was when I said to this one, I said, look, I said, and this is, I said to her, do you know what? You are now becoming a nuisance. And I say, if you follow me one more time, I'm going to call the police on you because you have spoken to me in a rude way twice already. And I even regret answering you. And now, please back off. You are sharing tracks and you're following me. People are passing there who may even take that track from you. Please just get away. That was when she got it. When I mentioned police, she now got it and she just went. So what am I trying to say? Assuming I'm an unbeliever, how will I even want to know what this person wants to tell me? What will I even want to serve this person's God? Is that the way? Is that the way? That's not the way. We do evangelism. I'm involved in evangelism. I saw Esther they did evangelism in Zurich. I saw that. I'm
Yes,
involved
I
in
saw that too.
evangelism. Yes, I do. But we have our limit. You know how you approach people when it comes to things like that. You don't stuff it down their neck because it is not your business. It's kingdom business. So you don't. There's a
Yes.
way you have to do things. You put people off, or there's a way you have to do things and you draw people to you. People who actually want to know this God that you serve. I want to serve that God just because of the way you're behaving, just because of the way you're talking, just because of the way you're comporting yourself. We don't need to say
Yes.
too much. We don't need to start talking about church. Let us see your behavior. Sometimes it speaks volume. The people want to know this your God, that they want to serve it because of how you are behaving. So let me come to
Yeah.
this lady. This
Well,
lady,
let me welcome being a carer. Let me welcome some persons here, ma'am.
okay,
Being a
okay.
carer with cash, thank you so much for coming. Thunder Scorpion, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. Please, guys, thumbs up and share. Okay, let's have more people coming in here. We have Mamish Pechi here. She's speaking and she's making a whole lot of sense. Like, in fact, this topic is very wide that I pray we'll be able to exhaust it today. Ma, go
Yeah.
on, please.
Yes, so this other one that actually, because of the type of channel I run, family marriage is very, very important to me. And anything to do with children, you've got me. Don't even joke with any child. So this woman who calls herself child of God and believes, and this mommy, daddy in the church of people who are much younger than you yourself, who
Younger.
you are old enough to be their father and their mother, and they're calling you daddy, and you are accepting anyway. That's by
Not
the way.
just calling daddy, they bow to them.
They
They
bow
bow,
down,
some kneel.
they
When they
kneel
see their
down.
daddy
I've
coming, they
seen
all
them.
kneel down.
I've seen them
Kneel.
kneel
But
down
that same
to
woman,
do these things.
especially, will never kneel to her husband. She will say she is slave, but she
Yeah,
can kneel up for another man because he
exactly.
claimed to be a pastor.
Exactly. So this particular woman, because of the way things were going in the church, the husband was going to church with her and her 3 children. But because of the way things were going in the church, the woman is always there first, daddy this, daddy do, can I do this? Just all around the pastor all the time when the husband is there. And this was getting too much. The husband tried to speak to her that this is not right. I come to church with you. You just leave me here and you go there and do this. I'm not asking you not to do things in the church. However, it's becoming a bit too much. We finish from church. Instead of you and the children coming home with me, you want to stay back and tidy and do whatever you need to do. Yes, again, there are things you can do in the church if you are a worker in the church. That's different. But this particular one is not the case. It was getting
But
beyond.
not when a
Yes,
man is hungry at home.
yes,
You have not prepared
exactly,
food for your husband and your children. You want to go and
exactly.
sleep in the church. So women don't return home till late into the night
Too late.
because it is
Yes.
from one activity to the other, from one meeting to the other, and they don't return home. The husband gets back home with the children. They are waiting for the. I have seen this.
Yes,
I have
yes,
seen this countless number
yeah,
of times.
yeah, yeah. So this man now decided that, you know what, this is your church and your pastor, get on with it. I'm not going with you anymore. And the woman did not care because I've got the pastor anyway. Whether you come or not, it's up to you. So the man
Yeah.
stayed back. He didn't go to church with them. But when because you see, these children, I don't know whether about Nigerian children, whether they are now more vocal, like our children abroad. Once they get to certain age, they will say things. They don't care what they
Yes.
just tell you. So this woman was doing all this service to the pastor in the church, kneeling down, daddy this, daddy that. And when they came back, the man obviously didn't go to church with them because he felt that there was no need, because the way that the still is working in the church, he's uncomfortable with it. So they came back from the church. Whenever they came back in the evening, I don't know what the husband asked her, and the way she flared up and told him off, you stupid man, in front of the children. And now the children are old enough to understand what was going on. In front of the children, you stupid man, you are the type of people the pastor is talking about this afternoon, blah, blah, blah. And then the first child was only 10 years old. She turned on the mother and said, Mom, you don't talk to dad like that. In the church, I saw you bowing to the pastor, and you are
Yes.
speaking so nice and laughing with the pastor. And now you are back and you're shouting at our daddy. Why are you living different life at home and different life in the house? This woman literally smacked the girl because she spoke the truth. Police got involved and all the rest of it. When you touch children here, it's not a joke. And then it became a big issue. So what I'm trying to say is, what kind of, assuming that child did not speak up and is that timid child and was just looking at what was going on, this is a child, 10 years old, before you know it, in another 15 years or 12 years, she'll be thinking of getting married herself. What kind of marriage do you want her to have? What kind of teaching, what example are you showing her? That a church is more important, so-called church is more important than your home. And everything. And what example are you even showing your children? What's the point? From what that girl said, going to that church is waste of time, because what we are doing in the church, you don't replicate it in the house. What's the point? So that became a big issue in that family. And this is just a simple one example of one I know, but there's so many where marriages are broken. Marriages are broken down because of this kind of nonsense. That people go to church and want to sleep in the church, want to please the pastor, want to do everything in the church, but when they come home, their husband is just nothing. That's even a situation where the husband and wife were in bed, where what husband and wife should be doing, and the phone was ringing from her pastor, and she was answering the phone. Oh, daddy, I'll call you back after. Hey,
it's crazy that a lot of dirty things going on. There are women who cannot do anything in their house now without first consulting their doctor, their pastor. Before they make love to their husbands, their pastor has to give the permission. The pastor practically runs their homes for them. They don't listen. Anything they must do, they must first consult their pastor. And this keeps breaking home. They must talk to their pastor first until he gives a go ahead. They will never. Welcome, Oyoyo's World. No, welcome back. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome, Oyoyo's World. Welcome.
So we are discussing about women, religion, women and religion. Where to draw the line, how to create a balance. A lot is happening, and we cannot just continue to keep quiet. I personally, I have taken it upon myself that I will keep talking about these things, both on the religious level, on the romantic level, and every aspect. We will do our best. And I have seen a lot of dirty things. I had a friend back then, it's over 10 years ago, when I was still into church. She dragged me into the church, and I will go to her, we'll go to this particular church, but I see the way she treats her husband. She will cook from home and take to the pastor with full chicken. Whereas in your house, you don't give your husband a lot of chicken to eat. You don't give your husband the best portion of meat. But when you want to cook, every Sunday, women carry food flags with food, specially made food to go and give to that pastor that has a wife.
Yeah.
And this lady continued this thing until the pastor, I don't know how the pastor managed to penetrate her, that they started having an affair. Yes, because it's an affair, because it's not hidden. I knew it. I tried to talk to her. We were very, very close, very close. The next thing, the pastor rented an apartment for her and her mother and her sister, and then she moved out of her husband's house. The pastor was taking care of them. And I couldn't stand that. I had to cut ties. As we speak, this same pastor has been exposed, and he is in Kuje prison as we speak. He is in Kuje right now for molesting young ladies. What he does is, all these women that come to church with their teenagers, and you say, go and meet daddy to pray for you. Hey, daddy is not praying for your daughter.
No.
Go and meet daddy to lay hands on you. And this man continued defiling innocent teenagers in the church until one of these teenagers, died in the process. She got pregnant. and the pastor has a standby doctor who helps, him remove the fetus, and they use it for whatever they want to use it for. So
Hey.
before this girl passed on, she now opened up to her mother that she's not the only one, that this is what the pastor has been doing to them. It was a terrible thing. Like I personally dragged the pastor, and he threatened my life. He said he was going to waste me, that I don't know who I'm dealing with. And I told him, you don't know. In fact, he was the first reason I left church. He was the first reason I removed my hands, because I have seen enough of it. I have seen so much. So why I brought this up for women, especially, they are the most vulnerable and gullible when it comes to men of God.
Yes.
Women are the most vulnerable and gullible. As we speak, this lady continued living apart from her husband, insulting her husband. The husband will send her message, that pastor, you and him, God will punish you. I attended their wedding. They've been married for how many years before this? Until this thing happened. And eventually, she left the husband. But as God will have it, the husband kept fighting. He knew something was wrong. He kept fighting for the wife. He believed that the woman was under the influence of something. And he kept fighting. Eventually, 1 year or 2 years later, he got his wife back. And they moved very far away from that place.
Yeah, good.
So women take their children, their daughters especially, they dip their heads into this, and they drag their innocent children along. Even when their husbands are shouting, they see the men as evil. They see the men as backsliding men. They see the men as, I don't know, should I use the word Lucifer himself? We need to wake up. Women need to wake up and know where to draw the line. You can pray at home with your family, like Mommy said. I personally have never been to any church for years now, and I am so we and at peace. My husband and I will wake up every morning, we pray. We also pray at night, we pray during the day. We are back on fasting and prayer whenever we have any challenge or anything we're doing. We pray, and I connect with my family back home as well. But I have promised myself, what I experienced in the past, what I went through in the past, and what I have seen is enough to open my eyes to know that you can pray to God from the comfort of your home, and God will answer your family, will answer your prayer. No pastor will divide my home. I'm listening to you, Mommy.
No. Yeah, I think that's basically all I really have to say. All I'm saying is that there's a lot of this going on, and we have to be careful. Women in particular, because they are the ones that are getting, men and not, that kind of situation. But women, we have to be very careful and know where our priority lies, and which is in our home. These people will destroy your home, and you'll be on your own, or I don't know whether they have interest in some of these women. I don't know what is going on. But the way sometimes these women are talking about these pastors, you wonder, did they give them anything? Why are they behaving this way? Their husband is nothing to them. They can just treat him as trash. But when he comes to the pastor, they're shaking like a leaf. They are kneeling down to greet him, and all the rest of it. So we have to be very careful so that religiosity, yes, one person calls it religiosity, will not destroy our families. Because at the end of the day, on the last day, God is not going to stand you there and ask you, which church did you go to when you were on earth? No. Did you serve me? How did you serve me? Did you look after take care of your neighbors and people in need as I commanded you? Not which church. So that lady that saw me that day was asking me which church I go to. And then because she heard Anglican church, her head went off. Anglican what? As if in heaven there's church. There's no church. Nobody's going to ask you about church. No, nobody's going to ask you about church that day. So the best thing and the important thing is to serve your God and serve him right. And your husband is your priority. Even if your husband is not satisfied, there's no point in going there to please any pastor. You're wasting your time, because you're going to be answerable as well on the last day what you have done. Because as a married woman, what's your role at home, and what before you even start talking about church? Church is only a building. Church is only a building organization, because the Church of Christ, as my husband says, the Church of Christ is not yet known. What we're seeing and calling churches are buildings, and people are just organizations. For example, you come to, let's, for argument's sake, Anglican Church or Roman Catholic Church or Pentecostal Church. They all have their different doctrines. They have different things that they
Yes.
believe in. But so that means that they're not one. So that's not churches, they're organizations. The Church of Christ is not even yet known. People have to understand this. When they start jumping up, I go to, I'm in Redeem, I'm in that one, I'm in the other one. No, people should not be fooled. Please go to church by all means if that is what you want to do, but have it at the back of your mind that it's not what is going to save you. You know?
And the doctrines, because of different doctrines, there are some people who worship in different denomination, different from the one their husband worship in.
Yeah.
And they keep having problem because their doctrines differ, so they always clash.
Yes.
You always have different beliefs, especially between the Orthodox churches and the Pentecostals. And you see, they say, don't marry from this church. No, we don't marry from. I know a woman who rejected a suitor because the suitor is not a Catholic that she worships in. Suitor of her daughter.
People are so ignorant, honestly. Talking about church, don't marry from this church, don't marry from that. That means they don't even understand anything. Honestly, I don't know.
Welcome, Coach Mary Ma. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Thunder Scorpion says, my woman is a Christian and I'm not. I'm a skeptic, but I will still go to church with her, but don't believe in it. Then, because people have their own belief, you get, and if you are comfortable with that, if you have different beliefs, it's also a challenge. Because if, let's say, for instance, Thunder, your wife is a religious person, your woman, and you two get married, you don't go to church, she does. Do you think, I ask you, do you think there will be cordial relationship between you two? Do you think that marriage will be stable? Because if she's going to church and you, for instance, don't believe in God, do you believe in God? Do you believe in God? That's one thing. If she believes in God, you don't believe in God, then there's a problem. It's a different thing entirely. Going to church is good, but knowing God personally is very important. I tell you, wherever they mention crusade or program, check the population. 80% are usually women. 80% usually women. Whenever there's a new pastor in town, 80% are women and children. This how is it even showing in your life? Like a woman who goes to church but cannot even relate with her family. She goes to church, she's keeping malice with her neighbors. She doesn't talk to her neighbors, but she's very religious. You go to church. How has that impacted positively in your life? You do business, you do dubious business. Mommy Fetch, are you getting me?
Yes.
You do business, you do dubious business. Yet, every week, every day of the week, you are in church.
Yes. That's the thing. As Be Yourself said, knowing God personally is very important. So if people are talking about going to church all the time, you go to church, there are particular couple, they come to church, there's another couple that are not in talking terms with. So when they do this, before you do Holy Communion, you do greeting. Is it what they call a blessing? You go around to greet people. They'll pass that couple and they'll go and greet others. And then after that, they'll take communion. Now, these are the things. That's what I'm saying. Knowing God personally, as you say, is important. But going to church to mark present is also well and good for some people who wants to do that. That's very good. Fantastic. But knowing God.
That is eye service, ma.
Yeah,
that is eye service.
That's what they want to do. I'm not going to condemn people for going to church because the building is there for them to fill up. But knowing God personally and knowing what you are who you serve is more important than dressing up every time and going to church with so much animosity, so much not talking to the next person sitting in that church with you. I think it's just waste of time. Honestly, you rather just not bother. But everybody, all to their own. People can do
Yeah.
whatever they want to go do. Yeah, it's a
And
complete.
you know, this is also affecting couples' sexual life.
Of
Because
course.
personally, I have met someone whose pastor is always giving prayer. And because of that, she doesn't have intimacy with her husband. She
Yeah.
avoids intimacy with her husband because of the constant prayer, from one prayer to the other, from one fasting to the other. There is just no time she is not praying. And the husband kept complaining of
Yeah.
this. The husband kept complaining because
Yeah.
she is not there. She's a
Yeah.
wife, but she carried this religiosity on her head that she's seen the husband as an unbeliever. So the
Yeah.
husband can't touch her, and she will say she's fasting. And if
Hmm.
she's fasting and prayer, she will tell the husband she cannot do anything. And as soon as she's
Mm.
finishing with one program, their church is starting
Mm.
another program. As soon as they finish
Mm.
that one, they are jumping into the next program. Like,
Aye.
how do you now expect, how do you want the man to cope? Because
Mm.
first of all, you're already breaking the laws. You are breaking because you're
Mm.
not supposed to deny your partner. And it's supposed
Mm.
to be an agreement
Yes.
between a husband and wife before you embark on
Right.
any spiritual exercise.
Yes. Yeah.
Let me read what Thunder Scorpion said, ma. He said, since she's my woman, I support her. Tap on a clip to paste it, okay, in the text board. I was raised Christian, so I understand the concept, and she knows I don't believe, and she accepts it.
Mm.
Then this time she said, please, I have a question. Is it a sin to have intimacy with your husband when you are fasting and prayer? Mommy, I will leave you to answer this. Is it a sin
Yeah.
to have intimacy when
Course
one is
not.
fasting and prayer?
No, it's not. Unless with agreement. If you agree with your husband that this is what you are going to be doing, and there's an agreement when you're fasting, there's nowhere it's written that when you're fasting and praying that you should not have an intimacy with your husband. But by agreement, if he's decided, agree and tell him in advance, oh, I'll be fasting and praying through this few days, and making sure that it doesn't last for a long time, and that you are in agreement, then that's fine. But to deny each other because you are fasting and praying, I would like to know where that one is, because I don't think it's right, because that's
It's not
sometimes
even a one time, it's not
no,
even a one-off
no,
thing. It is a
yeah,
constant thing, constant
no,
prayer and fasting, going to, and
no, no,
she
no,
practically goes to church like every day of the week.
no, it's not, it's not,
Including Sunday,
no,
every day
not
of
nothing
the
like
week.
that. No, I don't believe in that. I don't know whether it's written. It can't be a sin. You don't do that. Some women are using that to destroy their marriages. No, 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 no. My
Yeah,
opinion
you
is
see,
that
that's
no.
being the parent, and I waiting that does she want her man to go outside? But this is why we even see even men. Okay, they say men are cheating. We know a lot of men cheat. We know that. There's no denying. We're not going to come here and pretend that men don't do this. But
Mm,
some of these men are pushed. Imagine having a woman who is so religious that she can't even try out any other thing in the bedroom. She
mm.
believes that there's a sin in the bedroom. There are certain things you do that become sin in the bedroom
Oh
when it
God.
comes to intimacy. You know,
Yeah.
I
No,
have
no,
somebody
no.
said, "Is it not a sin to give your husband DJ?" And I don't understand. Why should it be a sin? Is it not part of his body? Is it not part of his body? Don't you kiss his mouth? Why is it not a sin to kiss his mouth? He said, but she
Oh
prays
my
with the mouth.
God.
I said, and so God who created that place created it to be a sin.
Mm,
That's what I asked her. Did God
mm,
create that place to be a sinful place? He's your husband. You can kiss him. You can kiss his
mm.
ears. Lick any part of his body. But when it comes to giving him that, is a sin. You pray with the mouth.
Again,
Mommy, don't
when
laugh. Oh.
I'm laughing because a lot of issues come up there as well regarding whether that is should be or should not. Whatever works for the couple and whatever you find, yes, intimacy in your relationship, please go for it. Just keep your marriage working. Whatever works for both of you is fantastic. It's good.
Yeah. It
Honestly.
let me be say because me I dey knack when fasting, when fasting after fasting is in the night we go hold body. Welcome, Fabro Happiness. Thank you so much for coming. You can't be praying and fasting every day of the year. No, even if when they are not fasting, they say the church has a program, they are praying.
No,
Eh?
not just destroying their marriages. This is not no.
The kind of horrible things happening. And I look at it, you see, young wives. Well, the why I use young wives, our mothers, they were religious, but I don't think they were this
Mm,
consumed with church
mm,
activity. I'm talking
mm.
about my own age, our mothers, because you are our
Yeah,
mothers. I don't
yes.
think they worshipped pastors and men of God the way we do,
Mbano.
we this
No,
generation
no,
do.
no.
You
Yeah,
will
no, no,
practically
no.
carry them on our head. People
Yeah.
are ready to fight you when you mention their pastor, you accuse their pastor of anything. Look at what is happening online, mommy. Okay, for
Mm,
instance, recently there is a pastor that has been on the news all the time over
mm,
infidelity and all that. These same
mm,
church members,
mm.
wives, women especially, will fight anybody tooth and nail defending the man,
Can
but
you
they will not
imagine?
defend their own husbands that way.
Mm.
They will never defend their husbands.
Yeah. I think that's the danger there because when you have a pastor that you respect so much, even more than you respect God, it's difficult for you to, think that they are doing anything wrong, and that's the danger in these so-called churches where people cannot. They are so afraid of these people that they cannot even see anything that they're doing wrong, and they want to,
No.
yeah, support them, whether good or bad. People have to be very careful when it comes to that because at the end of the day, you are going to be answerable for yourself. You cannot be justifying something just because you love that person. Oh, it's my pastor. And then you hear
Mm.
pastors saying they are my members. Which members? You don't own you don't own anything. You don't own anybody. You can't say they are my members. How dare you? They may be coming to the church you open or the organization you open, but they're not your members because they're not. You are not. They are children of God first before they started coming to your church. So the way people own and accumulate things and just say hold on to things and make people not to be open and not to be themselves. Be yourself, then dynasty, you're here. People are not being
Yeah, be
themselves because
yourself.
they are
Be
not being
yourself.
themselves because
I
they want to please. They want to do, oh, my pastor, the way they respect. I'm not saying don't respect your pastor, so, but please, it's
young
too much.
boy,
It's too much. Your
young
husband
boys,
at
all these
home.
young boys on suit, young
I'm telling
boys that you
you.
can, as you are now, mommy, at your
Hey,
age, you will see a young
yes,
boy in his 20s on suit,
yes,
and then you start, daddy, and then he will
yes.
place hand on your head and say, my
I
daughter,
see
you are
that.
blessed.
I
Hey,
I see that all the time. And I'm like, what is going on? Eh? What is all this laying of hands anyway? What is all this? They're laying this hand and they're laying curses on people, and a lot of people are having issues after this laying of hands. Again, I'm not saying not all the pastors, there are genuine ones, but unfortunately, these all Yahoo ones have overshadowed the very small good ones. People have to be
yes.
very careful, especially with laying hand of their children. I have a relative who some of these people laid hand on, and two of the children are, as we speak now. And it was eventually revealed that the man that laid hands on them was not even, I don't know where he got his power from. And these children are
Mommy, you
suffering
know where
now.
they are getting their powers. Majority of them,
Hey,
especially those back home. We know Black
honestly,
Money Cups,
we
welcome.
have
Thank
to
you so
open
much.
our
Fabro
eyes, though,
Happiness.
please.
Fabro Happiness, thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. You see, mommy, we know
Mm.
where some of them
Yeah.
are getting their powers.
Getting the
And
from.
the kind of deliverance they conduct, I have seen deliverance conducted on married women.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, God have mercy. Why are we so gullible? How can a
Mm.
pastor, he's delivering, he's making deliverance, and he's
Eh-heh.
busy pressing everywhere, dipping his
Can
hand?
you
I
imagine?
watched some deliverance in church. Married
Yeah.
women were pulling out their panties
Yeah.
inside
Yeah.
the church.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Yeah.
hang out with Chika. The pastor requested for their panties, for their undies.
Yeah.
And inside the church, there, right inside the church, women were pulling
Yeah.
it out and they were handing it over. And he was giving them a custom made pants, like customized pants, with his
Really?
picture, with his
Hey.
face in front of the pants that he was giving to them.
Oh no.
And
This
then
is
they now enter a big basin,
yeah.
and he was bathing them inside it.
Oh God, I've never seen
When they
seen
finished,
that
they
one.
tied the towel. Men were inside the church. What
Hey.
sort of prayer or deliverance? Married women with
Oh my
children,
goodness.
they pull their panties. And another one, I saw the pastor shaving their private part in the church.
Yeah. You know, calling these
Why?
things churches, calling these church system churches is because they're not churches. Which church does that?
But
What's all
this, they
this?
call it churches, and women are falling
Hey.
victim daily. They are the ones going to these places. That is why the women are
Mm.
the ones going to these places publicly.
Mm.
Publicly, you pull your pants,
Mm.
tying a short towel, and you remove your pants and give it to a pastor, and he gives you his customized pants and with his face in front of the pants.
Hey. Hey, whoa. Mm.
I was practically weeping the night I watched that clip.
Mm.
These are people's mothers,
Yeah.
people's wives and mothers.
Yes. I don't know whether some people do this with their senses, though. I've seen one that was bathing, and with the water he bathed himself, he was giving them in the cups, and they were drinking and passing. I'm thinking, is this really real, or people just doing this as a photo trick? Because I don't understand some of the things I
They
see
are real.
sometimes.
They are real. They are real.
Hey.
The one the
Mm.
pastor was busy doing the shaving inside the church.
Hey. Brother
Why
Jesus.
are they blind? And these
Mm.
women nobody can talk to them. You tell them this is not religion. That is why I say, where do we
Mm.
draw the line? How do we balance this? This is
Yes.
no longer
Just
religion, but
no, it's not.
something
It's not more.
different.
It's not more. It's not becoming something else. Just what Hangout with Chika was saying there. If they ask them to read the Bible for themselves, they will not. Do you know that I see some of these churches, people go to church, they may not even go with their Bible anymore. What they go with to the church with is notebook and pen. You see them
To
writing
write
as the
what
pastor
the
was
pastor
talking.
says.
They're not open their Bible. Oh, it's the notebook and pen. That's what they have. Whatever that pastor is saying, that's what they're writing down. Whether it corresponds with the word of God or not, daddy said, and they put the date and the time, and they'll be writing. You see them writing, not opening their own Bibles. We have to be
And
very
when they are
careful
leaving, they
because,
buy tape. When they are
yeah.
leaving, they buy the service tape. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4.
Hey, so there's too much brainwashing. There's too much brainwashing. Let us be very careful. Those of you with your younger children now, please, know where you take them to and stuff like that, and be very careful.
Yeah.
Always be there. No need for you to don't say, Pastor, go and pray for my children when you are not there. Please, hold them. Let them not pray. You as husband and wife,
And,
once you have faith, you can pray for your children yourselves. When the pastor can pray, the
and
pastor can.
husbands, I
Yeah.
don't know the kind of husbands we have today.
Mm,
Husbands
mm,
who no longer know their place.
yeah.
Husbands who
Yeah.
cannot stamp their feet on the ground.
Mm,
Husbands who are being controlled. I see a
yeah.
lot of weak husbands these days.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there are certain things a wife cannot do if you're a
Yeah.
responsible husband who knows his place as the head of the home.
Absolutely.
There are certain things you
Yeah.
will not let your wife do.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. It's true. It's true. A lot of work needs to be done in families, and as you say, husbands need to take their place. They need to take their place. There's none of this, that woman, I don't want her trouble. Let her get on with it with the children.
Mhm.
No. That is what is causing a lot of problems in homes. Have to stand your place
Because
as
the
the
first time
man.
you allow it.
Mm,
When you see your wife, Zberry, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. When you start
mm,
noticing that she's getting too attached to a particular pastor, I mean,
mm.
a day cannot go by without her mentioning the pastor. A day
Yes,
cannot.
yes.
Let us pray for daddy. Let us pray for daddy's doing birthday. A wife will cook. She will order for cake. She will buy him this. I have a pastor who requested that his birthday was coming up. I should bring money for his suit. Draw me and I may take the suit. Who am I to you?
Can
Who
you
am I to you?
imagine?
They will take go to buy you suit.
Suits for
A
what?
yellow suit.
Eh?
For
For
what?
what now?
But because of the fear women have
Mm,
for these pastors, they
yeah.
are ready to empty their account. They keep sowing seed. A woman used her children's school fees given to her by her husband to
Hmm.
sow a seed in church.
Mm,
The man sent the school fees of these 3 children in bulk, and the woman
Hey,
used it as a seed to the
hey.
pastor in church.
Honestly, sometimes I just get worried about these people. Some of the things I hear that they do, whether they're actually doing it with their right senses, because anybody with their right senses cannot be doing some of the things I see that is happening in these places. You know?
It's brainwashed. It can only be brainwashed. It
Mm,
can only be a brainwash. I don't know the kind of, some of these motivational speakers, there are ways they
mm,
speak to people, and because women are easily moved by what they hear, a lot of them just
yeah,
digest everything coming out from the mouth of the pastor,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
run with it without even sieving it.
Mm,
Without sieving it, another woman used her husband's car as a
mm,
seed. The only family car they have.
mm,
The only family car. They dragged that car. The husband dragged that car.
mm,
It was on social media. They dragged it for a long time.
mm,
And the
mm.
pastor said that it's already a seed. He
Abia.
cannot release the family car. The husband said, this is our family
Seed.
car.
Seed that never germinates to anything. What kind of seed? Because
So
seed.
this is is a wake-up call to women.
Mm,
Especially those who will go to church in the name of testimony. You are
mm,
exposing in the midst of crowd. Mommy, I don't know if you've seen that. If you've seen that
mm.
video, I don't know if any of you have seen that video. And when
Which
the
one?
woman was describing how the husband's performance was in the bedroom, and the whole congregation they were just laughing, having a
Really? No,
field day like
I
it's
didn't see
supposed to
that.
be.
Oh my God. What kind of church is that one now? No.
And
Now
the
it's
man was
becoming a
so
child
ashamed.
play.
The man was there.
No.
He was there and he
That's
was so ashamed. And
that's
the pastor asked
disgusting.
him, so you don't know how to do it. And this is why some of them will now
Hey.
entice the woman and start having
Mm,
an affair. We
mm,
know women, we have seen them have affair with this.
mm,
I don't know what the pastor will put in his mouth that will make you be afraid. And some in the name of deliverance,
mm,
they
mm.
apply anointing oil na deliverance. I
Hey.
don't want to say it in English. Eh?
Yes.
In the name of deliverance, women, why are we so gullible? When you go to church,
Mm.
go with your senses. When you follow these
Sis.
men of God, go with your senses. When you listen to what they are preaching, sieve it. At the end of the day, the pastor has his wife,
Mm.
and your own
Hey.
marriage is being torn apart.
Mm. Hey.
Being torn apart. You can't look after your husband, but you can cook anything. You can use your last card to cook for your pastor.
Mm. No, this we need to talk more and more about these things, and things need to change because this so-called pastor thing is damaging families a lot, and I blame the woman. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm
But
saying that they are hypnotized sometimes. They don't even know what they're doing. That's what I'm thinking. Because anybody with their right senses cannot be doing some of the things I see and hear. Honestly.
some of them, I think it's because when you adore something so much, you worship. You there are people who practically worship another person. So it has gone beyond respect to worshiping
Mm,
of human being.
mm, mm, mm,
There's a church I worshipped in, mommy. When the
mm,
pastor is a young guy in his 30s back then, when
mm,
he's coming, both old and young, everybody will kneel down and he will
mm,
pass through.
mm.
Everybody will kneel, not just kneeling, but bowing like this, like bowing their head like
Hey,
this.
Chineke. Oh, God.
90%
Mm,
of that church members were women, divorced
mm,
women, widows, and married women.
yeah.
90%. When I came
Mm,
to that church, I was going through crisis. I was having issues as a young lady. That was a
mm,
long time ago.
mm,
And when I saw the number of women in that
mm.
church, I was
Yeah,
asking, where are the men in this church?
yeah,
Where are
exactly.
the men?
The men have left the church for them. And they get on with their pastor. Hey,
A
Chineke.
very young, handsome pastor in his 30s.
Mm, so sad. So sad.
So
Mm,
it's heartbreaking. It's very welcome. Thank you so much, guys. It's heartbreaking. I'm dropping the link. Anybody who wants to come up, let's chit chat more on this and
mm,
share your experience. We need to just help ourselves. I have taken it upon myself that daily I will bring out these topics. We need to talk about them because if we
mm,
don't talk about them, we are only pretending. Somebody somewhere is planning to go to night vigil, and she has not given herself to her husband for a long time. The
mm,
husband has been begging for it,
mm.
but she's preparing to go to night vigil. Okay,
Ha!
get chafo.
Mm. No,
She's
no, no,
preparing for
no.
night vigil. You have not given your husband, your husband has not touched you for months, yet you are going to pray. Which God are you praying to? Is it the same God that created you and created intimacy and created marriage? Is it the same God you are going to serve, or
I just
another
don't know.
God?
I don't. I mean, Coach Mary Ma says something about which Bible exactly. Which Bible are they reading? Where is this written? Written? What kind of stupid night vigil are you going when your husband is at home and you've been denying him and you're going to church night vigil? What's that all about? Honestly, people are
You
just
see,
damaging
decently Big
themselves.
mentioned something here. She said, a woman in Nigeria gave out the car her husband sent to her from abroad to a pastor.
I think I saw that one. I saw that one. Is it the same one that I think his sister-in-law or something came and ordered the pastor to give her the key or something? I can't remember. Yeah, I saw one.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't know whether
somebody
it's
made
the
a
same.
video of that. Somebody
Yeah.
made another video of that showing what happened. I
Okay.
saw
Yes.
that one.
I saw that one where she just took the car key and everything from, and her sister was like, hey, doing like this because she's been hypnotized. She's been meant to believe that this man is their God, but the sister-in-law
Yes,
just literally grabbed the key from the pastor and
fidgeting.
yeah, yeah.
If you see pastor, you'll be
She
fidgeting
was shaking. Yeah,
like
she
a
was
chicken
shaking.
that was
Like
beating under
yes,
the table.
yes. I saw that one. No, no, no.
Coach Mary, I wish you can jump on the link. I know you are of the same age, around the same age with Mommy Ifechi. Please, if you can click on the link and come in and also admonish women.
Yeah.
I need wisdom from women also, because the
Mm,
ones falling victim today, their own is
yeah.
even worse. These young wives, if you are
Yes.
talking to them, it enters from this place and comes out from this other place.
Yeah.
It doesn't go
Yeah.
to their head at all.
No. No.
If you
They're
finish, they
so
say,
Yeah, they're so brainwashed that anything that happens to them that is not good in their life, the pastor will now tell them that it's because you did not do what I say last Sunday, or because you did not pay that tithe, or because you did not do that. So and they are believing these things. They're believing them, and it's causing a lot of problems in their marriages. I don't know how else to tell people that, please, these things we are doing here is like a rat race. Your marriage, your relationship is more important. Leave these people alone. Honestly, I don't
look
know.
at what happened to Osinachi. Osinachi, was she not a member of a church?
Exactly.
This abuse has been going on for a long time. The church is aware, at least a number of some members in that church were aware that Osinachi is going through domestic violence. What did this same church do to rescue her?
Yeah, exactly.
Until she passed on.
Yeah, when it comes to it, you'll be on your own. So that's why you have to look after yourself and look after your family and your husband. Because when it comes to it, they'll leave you. You know, it's up to you, get on with it.
Welcome, True Mamle. Mamle, True Mamle, welcome, ma. Greeting. Wow, I have amazing mature women in the house today. I feel honored. And I wish you will all come up. True Mamle, I wish you all will click. Yeah, Ma Mary is here as well. Okay, Ma Mary, please open your camera so that when you come up, click on the link. Open your camera when you come up, then you can close your camera if you don't want your camera to show. Let me drop the link again. I think it's here. AE29, welcome. Thank you so much, gorgeous. Ma'am, please click on the link again and come up, okay? Because I would love to hear from wise women, amazing mature women, our mothers. They need to talk to us. We are the ones going crazy with all this pastor.
Yeah.
And need our mothers to speak to us. So we listen. If my mother is not here, I can listen to Mami Fechi as my mother. She can speak to me. If my mother is not here, Ma Mary can speak to me. True Mamle can speak to me. If my mother is not here. So sometimes we get these things wrong. We don't know. We don't know that we are getting.
What happened to the host? Host, where are you? Okay, maybe she has a network problem. What happened? Where did you go?
Okay, I have to guess. I went out by accident.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome, ma. Who do we have here? I can't see a name displayed.
No, she did say that her house is noisy. Maybe through Mary, Coach Mary, I think.
Okay, yeah, it's Mary. I've seen the name, Ma Mary.
She said that her place was noisy.
Yeah, Coach Mary.
Oh, okay.
I have my sister's children here. They are too noisy.
Kids will always be kids.
Yeah, but this is a very, very important discussion because really creating awareness is something very, very necessary. Sometimes many of these women are really so ignorant. They don't know the consequences. And the problem is for many, many years, we have been talking about how religion killed us in Africa. I'm from Cameroon. I know what you're talking, and I studied in Nigeria. I told you guys before. I was in Oka and then I was in Ibadan. It is a terrible disease.
Yeah.
And why is it that most of them are women?
Yes.
And who has even told them that these pastors can liberate them? When they are really seeing that most of the pastors, they just become pastors because they are looking for money.
Yeah.
It's a money-making business.
Yeah.
You cannot be so blinded that you carry your family property and go and give your pastor.
And
then see how these women, every time I don't know why they don't see the images when they say, look at pastor's wife, how she's well dressed, look at the church members. But my sisters, I'm really grateful. We have to continue talking. Even if it's one person who is hearing at a time, let's continue talking.
Yeah.
It's really terrible. Sometimes I feel so ashamed what some women really do because they are going to church and because the pastor said one thing or the other. And they call it daddy pastor up and down the whole place. Man. Did you guys see the one that the pastor took all the women to a river and they undressed and he was banging them at the bank of the river, that he was liberating them, or whether he was, I don't know, whatever. How can people be so hypnotized
Mm.
and their husbands are standing there?
Yeah. No.
Wow.
What kind of
Wow.
liberation, or that they are going to deliver them? What deliverance? Eh?
So
Now,
sad.
there
It's
is
so sad.
something. Let me read out this chat, ma'am. Decency Big Brother, a woman locked her kids in the house and went for night vigil. Unfortunately,
Hey,
that night, fire broke out in the house and the 3 children were burnt. They were burnt alive.
hey.
Three
Yes.
It's
children
so
locked them.
okay. So
What
tell
kind
me,
of woman will lock her children in the house because she's going for night
which
vigil?
exactly which God are you
Eh?
praying to? You know, that's the thing. I think people are, I don't know whether they're actually praying to God or they're in cults. I don't understand what the kind of prayer is, honestly, because no one does that. First things first, you know. Hi.
Welcome, Black Money Corps, AE29, Classroom Tips with Linda. Welcome. I see all of you. I also have True Mamle. Like, today is a blessed day for me. Having these amazing women, not young wives like me, but having them grace my platform today, and they're dishing out wisdom. Women, young wives here, please listen. I have True Mamle here, Mom Ifechi, and Mom Mary. Welcome, Ma. True Mamle, thank you so much for joining the stream, Ma.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you,
You're
Auntie
Thank
welcome.
Efechi. Thank you
Hello.
very much. Oh my goodness, this topic is big. As I'm in Africa, this thing is happening around me. I mean,
Mm,
oh, it's not, I don't know, like, I don't know, Mary, like what Mary said, like some people, or be yourself said, they are brainwashed.
hey.
They respect the pastors more than their husbands.
Mm,
You go to the church, like we have a conference here. It's like it's not one place, maybe 3 places weekend, and you 99% of women. Where are their husbands? Maybe the husband need food. They will not cook. They just run to church. They
mm,
have small problem is the church. I don't know what is
mm,
going on with society nowadays. It's true we should obey our church leaders, but we should not replace them with our family, with our husband, with our wives.
no.
We should not replace them because
Mm,
they also have their own problems.
mhm,
And especially nowadays, like somebody said, it's money making. Exactly.
mm.
Just watch them. Even the Bible says that we should watch them.
Yeah.
Their attitude will tell us who they are and what they are. Like
Yes.
paying some time ago when I came to Ghana, they said you consultation. You pay
Mm.
500. The more you pay, the more you can see the pastor. I said, what? In a taxi, I was listening.
Consultation. Hey,
Consultation
Chineke.
fee. And it started from 100.
Mm,
This was like years ago. For 500 was not a small money, that it was like £100. So from 500 up to 100 CDs. And I asked the
mm.
taxi driver, what is going on? He laughed and he said, you just came, yeah? And I was like, what do you mean you just came? This
Mm.
is what is going on because they see people according to what they pay.
Hey.
Can't people have
So
common
tell me,
sense?
how is that a church? How
It's
is
a
that a church?
business. He asked me, have you just came? I said, what do you mean? He said, you have to pay according to how they will see you. I said, what?
Mm,
And it's full, it's packed. It's not
mm,
small, it's packed. And you look at them, it's more of women that they are praying.
mm,
They said they don't have money. But then
mm.
the little that they have, before the church bell ring, they are there giving it all. And the collection is like 3, 4 times. You collection for day that you were born, correction for making money, correction for getting husband, correction
Hey.
for giving birth, correction for A lot. They just make it up as they go. And I'll be looking, I said, what is going on? Especially Africa, what is
mm,
going on? Families are being destroyed because of these
yes,
so-called religious leaders. Like I
yes.
had this life some time ago that my friend, somebody not too close, but was accused of being a witchcraft. It was a pastor. It
Mm,
was a minister that accused this
mm,
lady. This lady was in the church leading the service. She'll go to work night, day, and then go to, what do they call it, choir practice. All that. And then you end up calling her a witch and destroy her life. People should
mm,
learn. We should wake up, especially women. Wake
mm.
up. Don't
Yes.
get small trouble and then go to a religious leader. They also have their problem. Do they
Mm,
come to you? No, they don't come
exactly.
to you. Why are
Exactly.
you running to them? What would they
Mm,
give you? Pray. You have your
mm,
Bible. Pray
exactly.
Mm,
yourself.
Pray yourself.
Pray.
mm.
Call God. God will listen to you. He's everywhere, every time, every minute,
Mm,
every second. Then people will go and bow down for, the bow down thing, that hurts me a lot.
mm,
They will go and bow down for the religious leader like he's God. The Bible says we should
yeah.
not bow down for anyone
No.
except him alone. They will go,
Mm,
and so they put them up there in such a way that they also like belittle them and use them till
Yes.
they destroy their family before
mm,
they realize they are like riding this
mm,
posh cars, and you are walking. The other day I was doing my work and I saw the lorry that the minister was, and I said, so these people are waiting in the sun, and he would just go and come back in his car with air conditioner. I was like, So the same people who go Sunday and do what we call a Kofi and Amma. Kofi and Amma means
mm.
Welcome, Australian family. Welcome, Nemuzo. Welcome, Australia. Welcome, everyone. I appreciate it. Please, guys, we have 20 people in the stream. Kindly thumbs up and share out, okay? We are discussing
yes,
about knowing how to balance being a wife and religion and women and religious leaders. A lot of
Mm,
things have been going wrong, and I think it's about time we take this crusade, especially on
mm,
young wives. We have been making these mistakes.
exactly.
We carry our pastors on our head. We practically
mm,
worship the ground they walk on.
mm,
But we don't,
Exactly.
we cannot give 1/4 of such respect to even our
mm,
husbands.
mm,
Whatever our pastor says is what matters.
mm.
He decides everything that happens in
Oh,
your home. You have a minor misunderstanding with your husband, you run to pastor. A minor quarrel, you run to pastor. Daddy, daddy, daddy. Yet you call your husband Chijoke. You call him Paul.
mm,
You call him
mm,
Michael. You call him every name. But you
mm,
will never you see your pastor, you can go on your knees and bow down to him. But you can't serve your husband food. The moment you serve your husband food, and you will say, go and take your food from the kitchen. Am I your housemate? Am I your maid? Go and wash the
mm,
plate. But your pastor, you will cook and package the best portion of food and take to him. You will buy him
Exactly.
birthday suit. You will donate money for his suit. You will women do all sorts of things to worship their pastor, but they can't do quarter of such for their husbands. So this is
yeah.
what we are discussing today. I am dropping and we have Mom Ifechi here. We have Mom Mary. We have Mom True Mamle here. These are amazing women in these women, none of them is less than 50. They are from 60 above, sharing their wisdom with me and with us here. They are from 60 above, matured women here, telling us how these things, in the past, I know our mothers were not that carried away with all this religiosity. They
Mm,
were not worshiping men of God. They respect them, but they were not practically worshiping. Today, what we see is
Exactly.
pastors worshiping. Go on social media, young women, wives are celebrating their pastor's birthday. It's my daddy's birthday. You will post it on Instagram. You will post it on your WhatsApp status. You will post it on YouTube. You will post it on Facebook. How many times have you posted your husband to celebrate him? How many
None.
times?
It's
not
No,
very
worth
sad.
celebration.
and that's why we say we really need to educate our women. I'm happy that young women like you are already taking the crusade.
Yes.
We need to educate our women, because the problem mostly is with the young women or with the
Yeah.
women. Many men will not really be so engaged in church like the women are. Let us educate these women to find ways to occupy themselves.
Yeah.
Let them look for things that will help their families and put their energy on those things. Ignorance is really a terrible thing. Like they will say, ignorance is sickness. It's a big
It's
sickness.
a blessing.
Mm. Mm.
So we have to create awareness. Let them know that all these things that they are doing, they are not in the Bible.
Mm.
If they want to follow the pastor, let them follow what the Bible teaches. We are not saying that people should not go to church. We are not saying
No.
that people should not be
No.
active in church, or
Mm.
that they should not give their tithe or whatever. But you cannot worship your pastor
No.
at the
No.
expense of the way you worship your husband. Or you don't even need to worship anybody. Just
Mm.
give that
No.
respect to your
Yeah.
pastor. Because these pastors, you think they don't know that those homes are breaking because of them, but they don't care.
They don't
Mm.
And
They
care.
that
don't
is
care.
why we need to raise awareness, educate these women, let them. I know that it's really difficult. Once they already get in there, it's so difficult to remove them, because it's like they have completely been
Exactly.
hypnotized. But we cannot
Exactly.
stop talking about it. And sometimes they are afraid that they will be blackmailed and stuff because of how deep they have gone. But
Mm.
Yes.
it is better to stop and take a new start than to keep going deep, deep, deep in the hole. So we have to
Mm.
continue educating the people, raising awareness. Like
Yeah.
like I don't know whose channel I went to this morning. She was talking about she was preaching the gospel and teaching people how to learn to read the Bible. And she said, when you pray, take action. And that is what is killing us in Africa. I can see True Mamle is from Ghana, Mami Ifechi is from Nigeria. I'm from Cameroon.
You
There
Mm.
is
see,
no place in
Ghana,
the
Nigeria, Cameroon, all
Cameroon.
mothers and grandmothers.
there is
Eh?
no place
So
there is
let
no
me welcome
place.
some persons so that they don't leave. Please, ma'am,
Okay.
forgive me. Gabriela, welcome. Thank you so much, Gabriela. Welcome. Lolo Gonna, welcome. This is the first time I'm seeing this name on my channel. Thank you so much for gracing this place today. Cornelius Dili, welcome, my husband. Sweet Escape, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you, Sweet Escape. Yeah, welcome. Thank you so much. Lolo Gonna, welcome. And we have Chomi Creative Kitchen. My first time seeing you here too. Please, welcome. Thank you so much. Kindly thumbs up and connect to this family, okay? Or leave any comment in any of my videos so that I can connect back with you. Please, Zberry, welcome. Thank you so much, everyone. We are discussing, I know some of you are just coming in. This is what we are discussing today. Women and religion, how to balance it. Where do we draw the line? I know we're looking at the ills, some of the things that are going wrong in marriages today, especially where women carry church and they carry pastors on their head, neglecting their duties. So that is what we are discussing. You can actually jump on the link and come share your experience, or add up to what this experience. Women full of wisdom, women I respect so much. I call all of them my mothers because they are all, they can all give birth to me. All these women here on the stream can give birth to me, and they can give birth to a whole lot of you on the chat stream here. So thank you so much, ma. You were speaking, ma, Mary.
Yes, I was going to say, I said many of us are blinded because we say we go to church to find miracles. And we pray and expect miracles to happen without taking action. And I was saying that in all the Bible verses where Jesus healed anybody, he gave them some action to take to complete the healing. When he put the mud on the blind man's eye, he said, go and wash your face. When he said the guy should get up and walk, he said, pick up your mat and go and show. So there's no prayer without action that will give you
Yeah.
results.
Mm.
And so if you are going to the pastor to find a miracle, you are on the wrong address.
Mm.
There is no miracle without action. You have to take action and you have to work on yourself. And we are so gifted in so many things. Find one little thing that you can do and do it. Everybody does not need to go to school and work in the office. Look at all the cookery channels in YouTube. They are the ones that are making the most impact. And people who don't even, some people don't even know how to cook very well as much as we do back home. Find women, find something and get busy and stop going to church and brainwashing yourself and killing your
Thank you.
families.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let me say
Welcome,
one.
Meta Chike. Okay, ma. Sorry, ma.
Yeah, so yeah, let me just
I
say
love
one
you.
more word because I need to come off. There's
Okay.
I don't want people to misunderstand what we are discussing here tonight regarding
Yeah.
we are not getting one-sided, like talking about women only, because somebody made a valid point here, that men sometimes do not that men sometimes contribute to this, that
Yeah,
they
I
give
think
room
that's
to this.
Lolo.
Yeah,
Lolo Gonna.
that they don't give the woman attention. So I want it to be balanced because what she's saying, there's a point there in what she's saying as well. So what we are discussing tonight is just to make sure that people do not be talking about church. It can even be the other way around. It can be the man as well going to, but most of the time is the woman, because the woman is the one that is always there in the church. I want to take my children to church. I want my children to learn this. So that's why we're talking about. So we're not being one-sided, and we are also not saying to people don't go to church. Of course, by all means, we have to
Exactly.
go to church. But all we are saying is that we go to that church with our full senses and have our eyes open and know
Thank you.
where to draw the line. Know where to draw the line. What I'm saying. So if your husband is not giving you attention in the home, that's what I was talking about in my marriage series and relationship series. Then communicate it. If you think that he's not giving you the attention or there's something not going wrong, communicate, talk, say, look, if and vice versa, because not saying anything, the man may not even understand that you need his attention and he wasn't giving it. You may say, oh, well, he should know that I'm his wife. That communicate, say it, because some men, everybody is so different. So what we are trying to say tonight, please, everyone, is that yes, please, by all means, go to church if that is what you choose to do. Please, yes, respect is what I'm talking about here, but not to worship. You don't worship anybody, but what we're seeing most of the time is worship. When you start bowing down and even kneeling down to speak to your pastor, you are worshiping him or her. And then when
Yes.
you come home, your husband becomes Papa Emeka or Papa Okay. When the pastor is daddy this or daddy that, and that pastor is much younger than your husband in some cases. That's what we're saying, trying to say here. Let it be balanced, please, so that we can.
Yes.
Our priority is to protect homes, for things to work out, so that you don't. People are not heading to hell in the name of going to church and neglecting their homes, and it then rubs down on even the children as well. That's so.
Yes.
I want to clarify that before I go down. Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you
you
No,
very
very
that's
much.
much.
that's very important, my sister.
Mm.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's good to clarify like that
Yeah.
because without God, we are nothing. We have to
Yes.
give him all the reverence. We have to honor him. We have to pray. We have to bless him, and we have to be grateful for the life that
Yeah.
he has given us. So we
Yes.
are not in any way. You have put the points. You really cut
Yeah.
the T's and dotted the I's.
Mm.
We are
Mm.
not blaming anybody. We are
No.
saying that when you have problems, and I'm happy you bring the point about communication. When you have
Yes.
Yes.
problems, communicate
Yes.
and know where to go and look for a solution.
Mm. Yes.
It's not even when you talk to your friends or your family that you have the solution. Know where to get a solution, but you have to start by talking and communicating at home. It's true that most of the time the men, we are talking about women. We are talking about women mostly because most of the time, even from my mother's time, is the mothers that are always more at home with the children. So it's
Yes.
normal
Yeah.
that when the children are going, when the mother is going to church, they will take
Yes.
the children.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
we should also be balanced in what we are doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you want to go to church and your child is sick, you don't leave the sick child at home because you must go to church.
No.
God knows that you need to stay home and take care of your child.
Mm,
And so whether the man is pushing the woman or is the woman who is going by herself, we
mm,
all need to educate our people, raise awareness, let the
mm.
men know their responsibilities, let the women know their responsibilities, and
Yeah.
let the couple know that marriage is a together business,
Yes.
and
Yes.
that looking
That's
for a
right. And
solution
yeah. Yeah.
is a together business. It's not
Yes.
one-sided. But
No. No, it's not.
the
And
thing
this,
is,
yeah.
once you start going somewhere for a solution, either it's to your friend, to your family, or to the pastor, and you see that your problem is getting deeper and deeper, stop,
Mm, yeah.
look, and change
Wow.
direction.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
there is something somebody is typing here. I want to read it out to you mothers so that you
Mm,
can give your advice as well. This is my first time seeing this person here. Meka Chike, welcome. Thank you so much. Juba,
mm,
welcome. I appreciate you. Mary, yeah, Mercy Yoha. Thank you so much for coming. Now I want to start with the first thing the person in the chat wrote. Welcome. Please, if today is your first time, please you can connect, click the subscribe button and leave your notification bell on. I do this every day, Monday to Friday. We treat different topics and we have amazing people here who come here to share their wisdom and give us advice. Australia, welcome. Okay, now the first thing this person said was that, okay, hold on, please. Okay, say many women are passing through hell in marriage. This happens when a man fails in their responsibility. Then she said, men supposed to be their wife's best friend. And
mm.
then went further to say, I am a wife. It came to a point when he woke up with social media and sleeps with social media.
Oh my
Mm,
goodness.
And he said, each time
mm,
I want to discuss it, he becomes angry. He
mm.
becomes angry. Going to church, crying to God made me to be alive today.
Wow.
Okay. So,
Mm,
Ma, please, what do you have to
mm.
say on this?
Yeah, that's what we are talking about, saying before, that we have to be balanced here, because now, if this lady, this is just one out of many who will have similar issue with gadgets, social media. People are not interested, even because I know that people have DM'd me that say that, oh, we are talking about communication. It's all well and good, but my husband is the type that he doesn't want to communicate. He would rather talk with his phone. Just like what this lady is saying here now, it's all about social media. Social media has caused a lot of problems. So if a husband is going to bed with the phone, waking up with the phone, you're praying, maybe he's not joining you, then the woman is now going to find solace with the pastor or in the church, because she wants to
And some
pray.
of them take
So,
advantage of them eventually.
exactly. And Nemuzo says something there about that the pastors abuse the respect or something like that. Yeah, because
Yeah,
they
they take
know
advantage of
Exactly.
the respect.
yes, because they know that you have issue at home. Because somebody like this who maybe cannot hold it anymore will now say to the pastor, thinking that obviously with good heart, speaking to the pastor, I'm really sorry, pastor, you need to pray for me. My husband is always on social media or whatever. I'm not saying that the person that made this comment is doing the same, but I'm just saying that people will just go there to the pastor trying to say this about their husband, that I really need you to pray, I really need him to change and whatever. The pastor will not take advantage of that, because they know that you have this problem at home. That's why I was saying that this thing needs to be balanced. Is the husband, is the wife as well. We're talking about the wives more because they are the ones that tend to do these things more. But
Yes.
you can see the angle this lady is coming from now. There's somebody is actually pushing some women into doing what they're doing because of the type of treatment they're receiving at home. So it's going to be balanced, men and women, husband and wife. We have to know our responsibilities at home. If your home is not well sorted, you are wasting your time going to the church. No, God will not hear that prayer, because your house is your first. That's where your altar should be. And if it's not sorted and the altar is not standing in your home, you are wasting. You have no issue going to church, because that you are wasting your time. Your home, your family is your first church. So yes, it's an issue, and men obviously some men are here. They are listening. We
Yes.
have to have time for each other. When that communication we're talking about comes up, don't be too busy for communication. So what is all this social media? Social media has damaged lots of homes and families, because people are just interested in social media. What is that they're talking about today? Oh, that person's marriage failed today. Oh, what happened? What did they do? And all the rest of it. The only time you see so many views on people's channel will be when they're talking about failed relationship, failed marriage, or whatever, not the
Yes.
other way around. Not the other way around. So we have to be very, very careful. So yes, it has to be balanced. We're talking about men to men here and to women. If women are
Yeah.
rushing to
And
church,
the man here said, Thunder
yeah,
Scorpion said, it's ridiculous. The pastor says, I want to see you in church. Men making excuses, explaining themselves as grown man to another grown man. No wonder wives started liking, liking them. Power. Because when a man stays in his responsibility, you don't even know your place in the home.
yeah,
You don't know that you
yeah,
are the head. You don't know you are the spiritual
mm,
head of a home. You relegate, because if you neglected your place and your duty as a husband, your
mm,
wife doesn't have any other choice other than to run to another man when you fail
mm.
as the head of the house.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
That's
big failure.
it's very complex. All of this is really complex. Well, I'm not a very good person to talk about it, because I'm a two-time divorcee. So that is another
It,
matter. But mostly because I didn't have children. That's the main cause of my divorce. But I left the marriages because I have the ability to take my power and leave. But
Wow.
the complex situation is, most women have children
Mm,
and they don't have a way of taking care of their children. They depend on their husbands. And that's the societies where we come from. And that is why we still keep talking about educating the women to find ways of making themselves, because it's not only going to school, or find a handwork that can give you a little money, because all of this, the bottom line is poverty. Most of the time it's the men who provide financially in most families, and so they have the power to do anything they want with a woman, because they know that at the end of the day you have to beg them because you need the money. And so
mm,
if women find ways to make their own money, it's not to compare with the man, but to add to the income that the man is bringing, because most of the time all of these issues are financial. They start from financial problems. And I'm happy, my sister, you said your house is the first church.
yeah.
And if you don't keep your house in order, there is no way you will go out there and bring order.
No.
And so we also
yes.
have to educate our own sisters and brothers, because it's both husband and wife. Make your house a comfortable place. As the church is comfortable for you to go and pray, make your house a comfortable place for prayer, or a comfortable
Yes.
place where you can stay, so that you can, because some people, when they have to go back home, it's like a nightmare. But if you make your house attractive and beautiful, you will always rush to go back home at the first
Mm,
opportunity. It's a
mm,
two-way traffic. It's really difficult, because marriage for us is really complex. It depends. Some people, you meet someone, you don't even know them, then you get married, and then it's during the marriage that you discover who the person is. There are so many things, because
mm,
society gives us so much pressure that we have to must get married and all of that. And so we marry not because we have the ideal person with whom we can stay happily or we can communicate normally. We just marry because we want to be called Mrs.
mm.
And then we have
Yes.
to stay there because we don't want to be called a divorcee. It is difficult to be called a divorcee in Africa. I know it. But if I didn't get to this age where I take my responsibility, I'm 57. I decided to take my responsibility since before I was even 50. I said, to hell with all of you. I don't care. I don't want to get married again, and I'm off. I was called so many names, but I can stand because I went to school, I traveled a lot, I had so many opportunities, I met so many people, and I can stand on my own. But many of our sisters cannot stand on their own. And then they have children. Like me, it's easy for me to go because I can just take my bag and go. But when you have the children, you have to stay. And we are saying that when you are looking for the solution, don't go to the church. If you go to church and you don't find a solution, you have to start with yourself. And like like the sister who said that she went to church and that's what consoled her, good enough, she found consolation in the church. But if you don't start with yourself, no matter everything that you put outside, that will just be outer garments. Your inside is still hurting. And so if that inside is still hurting, it's really difficult to be happy or to share happiness because you only give what is in your heart.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
Thank you very much, ma.
Hmm.
I hope Neka Chike, you are here
Hmm.
listening. You know, sometimes,
Yeah.
like she said, the men are the ones. Some of these husbands, they neglect their duty. They're the ones pushing
Yeah.
these women out to go
Mm.
embrace a
No.
stranger, and then where they are looking for solution. A woman is going through challenge with you. You are not there for her. What do you expect? She's going to run to the closest person that will tell her there is solution here. And the reason why women run from pillar to post is because of challenges. It's either the house is not peaceful, or she's trying to conceive, or she's having problems with her family, or financial issues, or the marriage is about to fall apart. Women have reasons for running around from pillar to post, we know that. But from what our mothers are saying, be careful. Nobody's saying don't go to church. Nobody's saying don't serve a pastor you respect. But don't stop this worshiping. And it's not everything, even every pastor is not meant to be a marriage counselor. That's one thing a lot of women don't know. Not every pastor is a marriage counselor. If you cannot find a marriage counselor in church, look for a professional marriage counselor, because that
Yes.
pastor may be telling you something else that may end up destroying your home.
Absolutely. I've seen instances. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Not all pastors should be a counselor, but some people don't understand that. They think that because that person is a pastor, that they can go to them and get counsel from them. No, no, no. You may go to them and things will be worse for you. You know,
Yeah.
for Neka Chike, I'm glad that you went to church and obviously you found that solace
But
in the
she said
church.
something that she's planning to quit her marriage because the burden is too much on her. Neka Chike, please,
Really?
if you can do me this favor, I will drop my Instagram account for you. Reach me inbox, please. I am begging you.
Yes. Yes, that's well.
This is me begging you. Reach me inbox either via Instagram or my Facebook. Through Mamle, okay, your internet went off. I was wondering.
Yeah. I don't
Okay,
mind
please, I know
collecting.
you have never discussed your marital affair, but a problem
Yeah.
shared is half
Yes.
solved. That is why
Yes.
we are doing this program.
Mm.
That is why we are doing this program, to help as many people as we can. And look, if it's something we know is
Yeah.
going to be, I mean, you can't take anymore, by all means, we will encourage you to leave, especially when it's domestic violence, abuse, or your life is at stake.
Yeah.
But
That's the
if it's a
prefer. That's
marriage
Absolutely.
that
yeah.
is worth saving, we can
Mm.
help you.
Mm.
Please,
Absolutely.
I will drop my Instagram account on the chat. Get in
Yeah.
touch with me via inbox. Just tell me who you are. I am a woman like you. Don't know my story. You don't know why I am doing this program. You don't know
Mm.
if I'm doing it because of something that equally happened to me, and I'm doing it out of experience, what I have
Yeah.
experienced in my life. You don't know where this is coming from. I
Are
didn't
you a
just wake
content?
up to start this.
Is she a content creator?
She's not. She's not a content
Okay.
creator.
Okay.
But
Okay.
please, my Instagram is Linda Blessing Ezokeke. Sorry, ma'am. Manifest, you are speaking on my Mary. Let me quickly type on my laptop. Drop my Instagram, please.
That's
Okay.
fine.
No, Chike, it's not easy, especially if you have children. And like we say, I'm going to also drop my Instagram accounts. You have,
Yes.
when you talk, sometimes you just need to talk to somebody to help you bring clarity and to give you directions on what your next steps can be that will
Yeah.
help you. Because I like I say, I will just tell you that quit the place, because I quit twice and I saved my head. But if you have children, I will still say it's not as easy as that. It's very complex, because you have to first think about your children before you think about you. And it's a good thing that you are sharing, because most of the time when you don't share it, it really eats you. And as we say, it's, you should know where you're sharing. And we are good people.
Yes.
So we are good people. We can give you the advice. We are not here to blame anybody. I've already told you that I am two-time divorcee because I couldn't have children and I couldn't bear any nonsense. But I had the opportunity to live because I didn't have children, and so it's easier to live. But when you have children, it is not easy.
Yes.
But if it's
Mamiche
at, is at
Ifeche
the ex,
equally dropped her Instagram account. Ma'am Mary will equally drop her own. And I just dropped my Instagram, Linda Blessing Ezokeke, and my Facebook there too. Please, I beg you, get in touch with any of us. Whoever you feel, you
Yeah.
can get in touch with the three of us. I don't know your age, but I don't know if you fall into the same age bracket or if you are older or younger. But
no,
whatever it is,
anybody can advise
yeah.
somebody.
Yes. Anybody can advise
Miss Ben
somebody.
Diary,
Exactly.
welcome. Welcome, Miss Ben
Mm.
Diary. Welcome. Thank you so much. So this is it. It is better to speak out instead of holding things and taking decision.
Very
Sometimes you never can
important.
tell who
Yes,
you will reach
exactly.
out to, and the person will
Exactly.
help.
Because that comment really is hit my bone marrow now. I'm planning to quit my marriage because the burden is too much for me. It hit my bone marrow, and once there's no physical violence, my dear, this will be sorted out. You know,
Yeah,
if
I
Absolutely.
shared
your
a
yes,
testimony here. I shared
yeah,
a testimony here yesterday. A man who has been married for long, I think maybe his marriage should be up to 10 years now, but he said for
mm,
over 6 years, he has been
mm,
having, bedroom issues with the wife. But for the first
mm,
time, he watched this live stream. I did his live stream sometime
mm,
last week, and
mm,
someone shared it with him. And he shared it with the wife. They watched
mm,
this live stream here, and
mm.
for the first time, they were able to enjoy their intimacy. And the
You
man is
see,
so
Amen.
grateful. He was
you
so
see,
happy. And he said,
yeah,
oh, this thing is working, that a problem shared. I have it on
of
my
course,
phone here. A
of
problem shared
course.
is half solved. You
Oh,
never can tell. Say
definitely.
for
I
over
have
6
made
years.
I have even made a video on that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have made a video on that. A problem shared is half solved. I always say
yes,
it in my
Yes.
channel.
yes,
Share your problems, but know who you share your problems with.
yes.
If you cannot handle a lot of negativity, like me and my sister, we have seen so many things. We can handle things, but when you
Mm,
are still growing
Yes.
up, it's not easy.
mm,
They
Share
are
with the people who
experienced
can help you.
mothers. Experienced mothers.
mm.
If you need a shakara small wife like me, you can talk to me. If you're going to be very open with me, I say it raw. Eh? I will give you from my own wifey, young wifey, and they will give you from their own motherly. They will talk to you as a mother. They will
Yeah.
put your head on their breast and talk to you.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. Mm.
So please,
No,
I'm
no, no.
begging you, don't quit here.
It's not. it's not by chance that you are here today, Chike. So it's not
Maybe,
by chance
yeah.
at all. Yeah, it's definitely Chike. Sorry, Neka Chike. It's not by chance that you're here tonight. And thank God that we are. This YouTube is just like family. Do you know? I just sit here thinking that I'm discussing with 15 family members. That's how I see it. Yes, honestly,
Yeah,
that's how
no,
I see
that's
this whole
true.
thing. Yes. So everything we discuss should be confidential. Should be helping each other, and
Yes.
not saying well you should have it's your fault, this and that. No. It's just a family affair. That's one thing I enjoy so much since I started this YouTube channel. So please,
Yes.
Neka, get in touch, okay, my darling.
I
Mary
left
Queen
my
Longman, welcome. Welcome, Mary Queen. Welcome, Miss Ben Derry. Please, I'm seeing amazing people here that I have never seen before. Pat Yaba, welcome. Please smash the like, guys. Do me
Oh,
that
Pat is
favor
here.
and
Where
then
is
click the
Pat? Pat,
subscribe
hello.
button.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pat is
today
here.
is a special day, and I'm really happy to share with my sister. Can I have your? I don't know your. If I go to your name, the name
Just
that you have here,
Ifechi.
can I?
Ifechi family is my YouTube name.
Okay, Fetchy family.
Yeah.
I left my Instagram ID there,
Mm,
and I'm
okay.
Coach Merima
Okay.
on
On
YouTube.
YouTube, on IG. Okay. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One,
So
your man maker.
yes,
I know your
all
heart
will be
is bleeding,
all will be
but I'm
sorted.
begging you,
Yeah.
all will be
Yeah.
sorted out by the
Will be
grace
sorted.
of
I'm
God.
telling you
By the
because
grace of God.
There's
you
nothing
know.
without a solution.
Yeah. Definitely. Will be sorted, and you come and give us a family testimony because whatever it
Amen.
Yeah.
is, yes, yeah,
Mommy,
we'll be
wait,
fine.
oh, mommy, wait. Yesterday, there are some
Yes.
persons that were here on this live, and I
Yes.
shared something with them. Please, if you know you are among those people that entered bathroom and experimented, come and share your testimony. Come and share your
Come
testimony.
and share your
If you know
testimony.
you entered the bathroom yesterday and you experimented what I told you, come and share your testimony.
Testimony. Oh yeah, everybody, no more talking. Testimony time.
Blessing time. Mommy, please tell them to also carry offering basket, please.
Yes, so
Carry offering basket.
we 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 are giving
You guys are so
our
interesting.
we have done our
Welcome.
worship this evening. We have done our worship this evening. Now it's now offering time. Offering time, everybody, and
I want you to
testimony
make a
time.
video. Yeah, wait, she said, I want you to make a video
See
about
Pat.
men on that
See my
aspect.
lovely
He
Pat.
loves watching your video. Who is this person that loves watching my video? Okay, please get in touch with me via Instagram. That means this person knows me. Please. And get in touch with mommies too. Pateyaba, the troublesome drama queen on YT. The only drama queen on YT. Anybody, any other person encounter
Good evening, Mommy Fechi. Good evening, Auntie Mary. Good evening, host. I
Hi,
greet all of
Pat.
you.
My pleasure.
I was in the background. No, I said I'm not going to talk today. But when I started seeing Ineka's message, I
Yes.
decided to come online. I want to
Thank
say
you
that
so much.
social media is doing us more harm than good. There are
Yes.
people that once they wake up in the morning, they don't
Yes.
carry their phone. They
Hey.
start with the phone from morning till night. That is what they do from morning till night.
Yeah.
I don't know, my own style. At times, I don't on my internet till like 11 or 12. I don't,
Yeah.
except I receive call. I do it as something I do. I don't on my internet
welcome
Yes.
to
till
his
11 or
mother.
12. That is
Yeah.
when I on my internet. And there is time. You can't be on phone 247, but there are people
You
that
want to eat?
their first love is phone. So
Hey.
for the husband to always be on phone, that is an
Yeah.
addiction already.
Yeah.
He might
Yes.
not even be doing any bad thing, no. He might not
Yes.
even be on all those sites, but it's an
Yes.
addiction. He's already addicted to it.
Yeah.
So his focus, his mind, his brain. So she still needs to start working on that. For me, I don't know who they trust. In every relationship or every marriage, there is somebody that both the man and the woman, I don't call it fear, somebody they respect.
Yeah.
If she
Welcome,
can
sweet
talk,
mother.
if she
Welcome.
can talk
Go
to
on,
that
please.
person, because
Yeah.
the man might not even know he's doing something wrong.
That's the
Those
thing.
kind of men, they are always in the house. They don't go out. But those that are 247, they are on their phone, either chatting on their school group or there used to be in one Facebook group. I will call the name female in Nigeria, Fin. That group is
Finn.
very Fin.
Finn.
That group,
I'm a
yes, that
member of
group.
Finn, but it's been long I
Oh,
went there.
my sister, thank God. That group, I was in that
What
group.
does
It's all female. It's just female group, but it's very addictive. If you
really?
open that group, in the next 5 hours, you're still on your phone. At
Really?
times, I
It's
will
not
be on
just
that
Finn.
group.
Even Rant. I don't know if you belong to Rant.
I left Rant. I
left
was in
even
Rant. I
Finn,
left it.
even Life. I don't know if you're in Life. There are a lot
I'm
of
there
groups
live.
on social media that are so addictive. Once
I'm
you go
telling you,
in,
Mommy
you don't
Fetty.
leave.
Mommy Fetty, the first group I left was Rant. I just left for my sanity's sake. Then the second one
Really?
is Finn. I'm just giving an example.
Yeah,
They're
I've
not
never
doing
heard
any
of
bad
these
thing there,
ones.
but there's a
Mm.
spirit in that group. If you open that group, Mommy Fetty, the next 5 hours, you're still there. So the man
Really?
might not even be, yes, the man might not even be doing bad things. It's just that there are some one of the social media pages that are very addictive. Very,
Yes.
very addictive. So he's there, he's spending 5 hours, then he will spend like maybe 2 minutes with the wife. The wife should
Yeah.
not give up. The wife should not give up.
No,
Me,
no,
got to
no.
a point. I just told myself, I know they go this fin again. I did not remove myself, but I've not been there throughout this year. So
I have not been there
first,
since this year.
yeah, I've
I
not been
have
there
not
since
been there
this year.
since, and
So Facebook,
I removed myself from Rant last year.
I removed
I
myself
know
from rant
some of
last year.
these
So
things you consciously, you have to deliberately remove
Yes.
yourself from
do it, yeah.
certain groups for your sanity's sake and the
For
peace
your
of your marriage.
sanity. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And even Facebook, I know I'm on Facebook group, like my secondary school group. They can gist in that group. I told myself, Pat, except it's somebody's birthday. That's when I will go there and say happy birthday. Any other thing, I will come, I'll see like 1 million message. I will just go and click clear and clear everything. I don't even read it. My university group, the same thing. Because those
Social
groups are
media.
very addictive. Before you know, you are spending all your time on that group. I'm using an
Yes.
LTE package for my YouTube right now. And that one is helping me to control my social media usage. It's called Everyday On. They give me 1.5 gig every day. And once it's through, that you're over for the day. You're not having data again till the next day.
Yeah.
So it's helping me to control how I use my data. If I upload video with 700 MB, that means I have 700 MB to play with.
Okay.
So people should learn how to control their social media. But for Chika, it's not over. And another thing that we need to know is sometimes the man might not even be interested in that marriage again. So at that point, we need to start doing another work on his own.
Yeah.
Is he still interested? Is this done? Because she said I read somewhere where she said she tried communicating with the man, and the man don't even
And
want
they
to
end up
communicate.
fighting. Yes.
Yes. So is this, let her call, let's see, there are sometimes it's better for me to call a spade. Let me know I am not single and searching than for me to be in a marriage where a single person is better than me. At times communication is good. Ask him, Oga, are we still marrying? We still they marry.
She said,
let me
look
know
at
my
what
stand.
she dropped. She said, I walked in on my husband and he did not realize I walked in. He was watching a naked woman twerking. Even when he saw me, he did not stop. He says he has the right to do so.
See finish. The fact is, the man is, I've not think the man is interested in that marriage again, no. In my own aspect, though, because he's addicted to something. That is an addiction. So if she know how to pray, like Nigeria people can pray, she can pray.
I cry
Yes.
every night. This is not right.
Yes.
This is just not
It's
right.
not right.
It needs urgent attention. This needs urgent attention. No.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that, my dear.
I will try as much as I can. And Mom Ifechi, Mom Mary, we are also going to try. Like I said, even if it's one person that this live stream touch positively, I am happy. Even if it's one, even if it's one daily, then I am, that is my mission. Part I say my mission is accomplished, even if it's one person.
One, yes.
It is not just, it is not for you to, I don't get anything from this live stream. Like when it comes to money, it's from the super chats, from the money people give to me here to appreciate me.
Yeah.
It is not even from YT itself. So, but the reason I am doing this, one day will be known to everyone.
Yeah.
One day it will be known to everyone. That is why I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. I have seen this and I have been quiet for a long time, but I feel if God has deposited it in your heart to come out and speak, say it as it is. I'm not a pastor and I don't intend to be a pastor. My husband is not even a pastor and he will not go to church. But in my own way, people like Pat that are giving headache, we will help them remove the headache.
Pat, you see, you're a bad girl in your YouTube now, but leave my Pat alone.
But the thing there is, I love her. The thing there is, I love her. You know, this kind of person you meet and you just love them. You don't know why you don't. Even with their trouble, you just love everything about them.
You can't afford not to love Pat. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So let's go back to Ineka's story. Ineka, please. I know prayer work, so prayer work. So if you can go back and
it's not just prayer and also action.
Yes, ask him if he's still doing. If I don't know how to put the English, but ask him, Uncle, are we still doing this marriage? If you are not doing, because some men, she can end up being in that house in the next. See, I have an auntie. If anybody is here that went to Unica, if
Welcome,
you know,
Everyday Matters.
My auntie was a lecturer in that school. She was married to another lecturer, and they were living in federal housing. They were living in a 3-bedroom flat. The man passes through the parlor door. The woman passed through the kitchen. They were living in the same house. They were married, but they were not talking to each other for 7 years. It's we, that family member, that know. But people outside were thinking they were married, but they were living in the same house. And the man busy, they give another person belly outside, the person they born picking, and the woman was okay with it. He said the man. So at times, some men go do this thing, but they just want to put you in bondage.
I think, because somebody was saying to me that this marriage series I'm doing, if I can bring daddy in, my husband, I've told him that we need to do one together. Yeah,
what
we need to do one together.
Say?
Men, He said, I'll come with you on our wedding anniversary. I said, that's December. That's a long time. That's a long time. So he needs to come, because I think sometimes when we just women saying it, it looks like, so we're going to plan one soon. And
I'm not hearing how.
We are excited about it. We are excited about it. Thank you so much. Thank you. It means
I'm not hearing how. Or is it from me?
You're not hearing me?
It's from you, Pat.
Because I'm not hearing Mommy Fechi again.
It's from your side.
It's from your side.
Welcome, Nello's side. Welcome, Nello's side. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining the stream.
Because I think somebody like Nneka Chike's husband needs to hear from him, because he has never apologized to me for that, and I no longer have feelings for him, because you see. So this is a marriage that is really, really going, that needs to be retrieved, if at all. And I'm praying, from the way Nneka is talking, she's still interested in this marriage, and something needs to be done. And
Yes.
Yeah.
And by the grace of God, something will be done. By the grace of God, something will be done.
I think there's something wrong somewhere, because this one now is not like the man cannot do the do. There is something wrong somewhere, that I don't know if you are hearing me. Either the man is not saying, either the man is not saying or something. Because I know of somebody, the person is my friend in this Abuja. He married a lady because the lady have a good job when he met her. He did not love the lady, he loved somebody else. And now they are married, and he's telling me that he doesn't have zero feeling. He has zero. He never even get for this woman we married. But he loves his ex. Do you understand? So at times there might be something wrong that the man is not saying.
Why
Because
would
for
a
instance,
man marry somebody he doesn't even love? Why?
they do it.
Why?
They do it. In this Abuja,
I know.
they are homeless. They want house. They want a woman that can feed them. A woman that already have a house. A woman that have a good job. So they don't like you, but they will just come and marry you for their selfish gain. At least you'll be able to pay their bills. Then you'll be the one working. Then they'll be the one flexing. Not that they like you. Zero like for you. So just about what they will gain from you. They will marry you. They will do the wedding. They will do everything, but they don't like you. They don't even love you. They don't stay at home. They will every night club. In this Abuja, people club from Monday to Monday. Monday, Tuesday. There's a new club they just opened in Abuja now. That club opens 5 a.m. So if people have gone to their club for 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. that they are supposed to be going home. Those that don't want to go home will come to that club 5 a.m. and start.
Hey.
It's just a new club they opened. So the fact is, apart from the fact that devil is trying to fight marriage, even our young people are not trying. They are not trying too. They are not trying.
Sometimes when I say some things here, when I say certain things here, it seems as if I am joking. Okay, Pat has disappeared. Pat, the link is there.
She's dropped off. Okay, she's coming back. Okay, she's back.
Here.
Yeah. Hi. This is heartbreaking, you know. What is all this?
So certain things you hear will shock you. I know some are out of ignorance, and others are the things the mistake we make ourselves, like we deliberately, due to negligence.
Yes.
Like this phone of a thing, you have to, it's becoming addictive. Now you have to consciously, from day one, what you can't take, don't start it, don't accommodate it.
Yes.
Don't accommodate it. If you know that you want your husband's attention from day one, please, when you get married, when he picks up phone, me, I dey like start my fight early in the morning, like not as in I dey like to start them early. What I will not accommodate, I don't leave it till night before I speak about it. From that day you started that thing I don't like, I will tell you. And
communication is very important.
Be consistent.
Yes,
I will be
wait.
consistent until you stop it.
Yeah, don't wait. Yeah.
There is nothing like, anyway, let me see if you will stop. That time that is when the person gets addicted to it. And one, you cannot just wake up and want to change something, a habit. You can only change it from the day one it begins to happen.
Yes.
For this house, we have time for telephone.
Yes.
Once my husband gets in, now if he gets in, I'm doing live stream now, just give him a sign. Once I finish live stream, I drop my phone.
Yeah.
I give him his attention.
Yeah.
If he picks up his phone, I collect it. Weekends is our time. We know they do anything weekend. We stay in the room, make love, enjoy, eat, and lazy around. We use it to bond and gist. Nobody they come in between us weekend. We know they go anywhere. Except we have booked for that thing.
Yeah.
So there are certain things, habits you just have to consciously create.
Yes.
And some habits you need to break.
Yes.
From the onset. Don't accommodate it. Don't accommodate it. Telephone, people are so used to it. Husband and wife will sit down today now. Everybody is chatting. You are with your phone. Your husband is with your phone. The children are with their phone, doing their game.
Yes.
They are not talking. How can a family be together?
Yeah,
you don't talk. Everybody's busy on telephone. How?
Yeah. I know. This telephone, this social media is causing a lot of problems with the children. Everybody got their own, a child, a baby with a phone because he's keeping them quiet. Parents are just happy with that to be happening. So I don't know. It's look at what Nneka said there.
May God help you.
Yeah? So
Mommy, thank you so much. I really appreciate your presence here today. Meant a lot to me. Thank you. And Mom Mary. Yeah, I recently connected with her. I think that was last week I connected with her, and I've been going to any of her uploads, and I've been getting a lot of wisdom from her uploads. And through Mamle as well. These are women, mature women. People where don't reach to born me where they don't born me, born my now part supposed to be grandchildren, say. But me and children part are like grandchildren. She did good. She's frozen there. What is frozen?
Now she know now. Now maybe her granddaughter, she knows since.
So
Mommy Petty adopt me since.
This discussion actually started with how women have neglected their duties and how they get carried away with religion. Let us draw a line. Everything will be church. My daddy. Yet you cannot respect the man at home. Hey, we have Oyoyo Wanyoma in the house. Where did this woman go to? Where did you go to?
I had a long phone call. Biko, pardon me. Biko. I couldn't
Oyoyo, are you going for red carpet event? Ha, you are giving. Oyoyo is giving. Mona Sina.
They will give it. Sister Fetch, I hope I'm well covered. Don't mind this part.
You're only looking sexy.
You're covered now. You're so fine.
You're good.
Spicy. See your work now. Spicy. Your work is working.
I don't believe you. It's only Mommy Fetch I believe now.
You're good. You're well covered.
On your program because I had a long telephone call. I came in, I couldn't stay, and
I saw where you went.
I was using my phone to come in, so it didn't work. Pardon me. The moment I saw Sister Fetch, I said you're covered today. So
yes, and I am covered. Very, very covered.
So you guys
and sorry, Owadiwa, let me just add something to the text message, the message that Nneka just dropped. That as he started mingling with married women now, any married woman that is doing a young boy in Abuja, those women have money. They have money. Any married woman that is doing young boy in Nigeria, I don't know, in Abuja, I'm in Abuja, they have money. They spend on these guys. They do. So the man might be getting all the fake love from the married woman. And that is distracting him from his wife. Hey. And these married women, some of them, they don't do it with open eye. They use means. Some of you don't believe in juju. I believe in juju. I'm from Cross River.
Kaya mata.
They use cognomy. Yes, they use cognomy.
Pat, wait. I have something to say about cognomy. Koti corrected us, so say cognomy is not jazz.
Is what?
Oh yeah, I saw that video. Yeah.
She said cognomy is not jazz.
Cognomy is not jazz. The literally meaning is not jazz.
Okay.
But a Calabar girl will cook something for you, or they'll put something at the corner. You will not feel that it's the food that is over sweet. You don't know there's original kaya mata that they put in the spice. There's spice kaya mata, the one they use in cooking.
Okay.
As Owadiwa now, there's spice. There's spice you use in cooking. When the man eats, his head goes on. He will love it to eternity. Meanwhile, it's your kaya mata that is working. So,
okay. Pat, I have a question to ask all of us women. You're saying from example, or rather, in practical terms, what you know happening in Abuja, right? These women we are talking about, I believe they have sons, right?
Exactly.
They do have sons. So they are not wondering, or rather, they are not thinking what might happen to my child, or maybe another old woman will corner my child somewhere.
Exactly.
Some of these women care only about themselves. Oh.
Hey.
They care only about themselves. I'm telling you. That's why I see that some of them, when they want to marry, their son want to marry, they will go and look at the woman's future, the woman the son want to marry. There are states that do it in Nigeria. Before you marry, they'll go and look at the man or the woman's future before you go and marry.
Future.
So those people that, yes, you've not heard that thing, but I'll hear you. If Ondo person is in this state, Ondo person will tell you. Before they marry you, they will go and check your star and your destiny. If you are going to die on time, if you are going to bring luck, to their son, if you have a bright destiny, if your destiny is truncated, or they've used it, or they've tampered with it. Some people do all this research before they get married. Their family will go and do it. They will not tell you they cannot marry you. They all what they will go and discover this thing. It's true. Oh. Ha. I work in a media house, so I they see things, I they hear things.
Absolutely. True.
Wow. So
True.
they have themselves to God to see somebody's end from the beginning.
Yes, they do it.
Wow.
I have to go down, my people. My husband is in bed. I need to go to bed with him.
Please go to bed.
It's our
bedtime. Please go.
It's our bedtime.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
even
everyone.
Pat has disappeared. Where is Pat?
No, Pat is coming back. It's a connection.
It's connection, yes.
Okay.
It's been a wonderful discussion.
Are you guys hearing me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to give a little tips to Ineka. I don't know if it will work because if my husband really offends me, I'm the type that don't really talk. I will just keep quiet. So what he does is he will just be sending me message every hour. Every hour he will send me message. Babe, you know I love you, right? The next 1 hour, he will send one long message and explain. The next 1 hour, he will just be sending message. So Ineka, if you are listening or you are still in the comment section, host, are you hearing me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
So Ineka, you can just maybe do it in a week. Send him message every 1 hour, every 2 hours. Just assure him of your love. Tell him the reason why you guys got married. You want you guys to be together. You are not happy the way you are.
Not work yet.
His conscience will prick him. Let her just try it. Let her just try this. Yes, let her try it.
Pat, they have gone far. The pain is deep. At this point, that is not what will even help her. She cannot even do it now. The way she's hurting is not what she can do. Believe me, your husband can do this because you now fight that's a shakara woman, and it's not as if he has cheated or he has not. It's not as if it's something that has to do with infidelity or him neglecting you. You understand? But that one is just minor misunderstanding part. Then he can do that. But when the wound is deep, when the injury is deep, it needs more than that. It needs more than that.
They should see a specialist, therapist.
The man is not ready to communicate. How will he go and see a specialist?
Hey,
we will find out what the problem is from her. Yes, then know how to take it.
We'll try and find out
I
more.
believe in that. Oh my dear, you see how my friend is enjoying now after sending your video to the wife.
How many rounds did he do? How many rounds did he do today?
No, they haven't got
how many rounds?
I know that. Pat, you remember that day with the gist this story?
I remember the gist. I'll just be shouting.
Yesterday, I was talking with somebody about yesterday's program. Test came, go and please tell your friend thank you that this video I forwarded to my wife. And after that, the woman for the past 6 years got to orgasm in 24 minutes. I was like, after 6 years.
Wow.
So I was here for president.
I was here for president of Women Association.
Nneka says she's a very romantic and sexy woman. Hey, I want to see this romantic and sexy. Nneka, please, are we age mates? Itorom Kantorogi, whichever one, please, can we be friends? Hell, I love sexy, beautiful women. Oh, Nneka, can we be friends?
That is it.
Decency says he has testimonial.
Why the mouth is so sweet.
That is
but wait,
you can't afford not to love her.
Not to love her. By force, you must love her.
By force.
Nneka, I love you already. Please, Nneka, I love you already. I am seeing strange man in my husband. Nneka, please just love me. Please let us become friends first. Or because go to my Instagram, just drop a message for me. Decency, come and share your testimony of the bathroom this thing you did yesterday. Some people went and practiced yesterday. Please, Mommy Fechi is still here. Mommy Fechi, please, you don't want to hear this one.
They haven't given us testimony.
You don't want to hear this one, please. You don't want to hear this one, Mommy Fechi, please.
Let me go.
Good, you don't want to. Mommy Fechi, good night. You don't want to hear this one.
Let me go to bed to my husband. Bye.
Go and meet your husband.
Bye.
Good night. Go and meet your husband. Good night, ma. You don't want to hear this one. Okay, testimony time. Before we finish, if you know you practiced yesterday, can you please come and confess your sins?
And bring offering.
And bring offering.
I will not kill somebody.
Eh? All right, so please, if you know you practiced yesterday, can you please come and give your testimony and come with your offering? Please. Eh? Pat, you are pretending you did.
I don't come on time, so I don't know what Nneka is going through. You need to follow her up, please.
I will.
Please.
Okay, Decency says she can't come up now. Her kids are still awake. That Joma is spoiled woman, and she's here. Okay, just type. Did it work or did it not work? Hey, cost rep, is here.
Ella, did she come to testify?
Ella has not come. Welcome, cost rep. Thanks for the thumbs up. Guys, please, if you have not given me thumbs up, please now, go and drop the thumbs up, Please, I'm begging you.
Thumbs up.
Decency.
Super chat.
Decency, can you just write it worked or it didn't work? Right, let us know. Pat, did it work or it didn't work? Did it work or didn't work? Did it work? Did you try it? Pat is running, she did it. See them, these women like better thing,
Honestly.
Nneka, you say you're not on Instagram or any other social platform. But how do I get in touch with you?
1%. Oh my goodness.
How do I get in touch with you? Can you tell me, how do I get in touch? I am begging you now, how do I get in touch with you? Barbara Happiness, you are laughing. Barbara Happiness, did you know what we did? What the assignment that was given yesterday? The assignment was very sweet. But maybe I will repeat the assignment tonight. Wait, let me find a way to get in touch with Nneka. Nneka, is there any other means I can reach you? Do you want me to give you my contact if you're watching me? Do you want me to give my contact to you? Just let me know in the comment section, please. True Mamle, you want to watch? True Mamle, don't watch yesterday's. Oh no. True Mamle, don't watch. Hey, don't watch. This sense is a chivo. It was another feeling. Hey. Woo! Woo! Hey. True Mamle, don't watch. I'm not begging you to go and watch yesterday's. Oh no, I'm begging you, leave that yesterday's.
How can she know what fire in the house? 101% that it was another level. I beg on a try about that.
It was another level, 101%. Check.
Oh, Pat is having
welcome.
Pat
say her network.
Hi, baby brother. How you doing?
Welcome, Cosrep. Thank you so much for coming and the thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. Wow. Okay, I should send you my email. Okay, send to Linda Blessing 2. Okay, let me type it. Oh, yo, just keep your face for me. Let me quickly type something in the comment section.
Okay. So, guys, you guys
Pat, are you trying to say you don't know the assignment of yesterday?
Pat, you were there now. We're there, Pat. You were there yesterday, and some people carried out the assignment too. Decency now saying that it was another feeling. We haven't heard from Ella. Ella was, in fact, trying before we finished. So
she was already trying before we finished.
Yeah, yesterday. Oh, Pat said she's not. So sorry, I was too busy that yesterday. Fabulous. Thank you so much, beautiful lady. We appreciate you. Decency, I'm happy you're testifying. Now, hey, I will figure out something what to do since we don't have that kind of system in the US. What else?
Yo, it is not for you.
Hey.
Yo, guy meet you. Yo, go and meet Odogu, please.
What's the problem now? The assignment is for everybody. I don't know different too. You know what? I'm going to share the assignment with my ladies of Hot Topic because I have 2 single ladies in our mix. That will be another thing they're going to. I'm going to
so
them.
Neka, that's my email address. They're lindablessing2@gmail.com.
Okay, that's good. Okay, Pat said, I was there, forgot, I carry over the course. Yes, Pat, so you have to go towards the end of the video to like understand what, because it was strange to me and that is not available for us in the US. Neka, the email is in the comments, rather in the chat section, so you can find it there.
Yeah, please, 1 minute, guys. I'm not neglecting you guys. Okay, hey. Sorry. Ignore that email. Okay. Yeah, ignore that email.
This person said, I use the hand shower self because I don't have that one you said. Hey, and this says the hand shower work too. Hey, see these women who, when I don't finish, work. So the hand shower works perfectly. Oh my goodness.
It works now. The hand shower will work well too now.
Wow.
Okay, this is my email address, blessingonwad81@gmail.com. Please send me an email. Yeah, 81. Ignore that Linda Blessing. Use this one. If you can hear me, let me pin it. Let's see if I can pin it so you'll be able to.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. So just copy this email and send me a mail, okay? Yes, the assignment for those who are still behind. If you know, I opened the jar. Hey, wait, they want to spoil me. Hey, wait. I don't want to be this.
I did not hear one host. I didn't hear this. I didn't hear.
Why do you want to hear her?
No, I
said the first time I shouted was Chineke.
This is unbelievable.
I'm telling you. So for those who have not tried it, let me give you people. Let me give it to you again.
Okay, you know what I'm going to try my jacuzzi because it has force. Maybe the way this essay explained, Jerusalem was widely.
I beg, where would I free me, Jack? Where could I free me? I'm happy Neka is laughing. Yeah, I'm happy Neka is laughing in the chat. Thank you so much. My Coach Mary, my mama is still here. Oh, and true mom they're still here. I'm a good girl. I'm only helping women. Coach Mary, I'm only helping women. I'm not a bad girl.
Coach Mary, don't mind her. She in fact, she's president of Women Association.
Nello side. So now for those women, we talked about vibrators, sex toys yesterday. That was the topic. You can check out the video again. We talked about sex toys and the reason why women use sex toys. So, and for those whose husband will not allow them use sex toys because for reason known to them, but they want to experience orgasm. They want to reach out and grab orgasmic pleasure. They want to experience that jing. They want their body to vibrate.
Where is my Susan?
Susan is not here. They want to experience orgasm, and Odogu is only pounding without allowing them experience orgasm. You understand? Because it's not every woman that will reach orgasm. There are certain things you have to do to reach orgasm. If the cucumber is not giving you the orgasm, and your man will not let you buy vibrator or buy the hey, Doris Clem, Doris Clem is here. Doris Clem, you are among the people that listen to yesterday's lecture. Did it work or did it not work? Neka, thank you. Okay, Neka, good night. Good night. I'll be expecting your mail. Okay, good night. I'm glad that you felt better joining us here tonight. Okay, thank you so much for coming. And don't forget to click the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I come online or I come live. Okay. Thunder, cover your ear. Why are men still here now? See me see trouble. Okay, guys, the meeting is over. Can the men in the house leave, please? Greetings, Doris Clem. Welcome. Please thumbs up as you come in. Please, guys, can you leave? We are done with the lecture. Guys, you can take a leave now. If you are a man in the house, please leave. Men in the house, please leave. Oyoyo, do you know that yesterday my husband started playing the live stream because he was not on my live stream yesterday. He started playing the live stream. He now got to, when he was getting to that place, I was telling him, I said, sweetheart, it's okay now. You have to listen to all the live stream. It's over 2 hours now. He said, no, because it was 2 hours, 30 something minutes. I said, sweetheart, it's okay now. You can stop listening now. I mean, you've already watched. He said, no, but I want to listen to everything. I was not there when you were talking. That I was busy. So I said, sweetheart, I'll try distracting this man. He refused. This man was with his phone listening. He now got to that place. The first thing he heard was, my husband will not, thank God my husband is not on the chat, so he's not watching. He looked at me, he said, what did you discuss that your husband is not watching? I said, child. I said, Chineke. I said, but sweetheart, you don't have to watch. I'm begging you. Okay, for this one, don't watch. Just watch any other. They said, no, you did live stream yesterday. I was not listening to you. This man, watch out. He watched finish. He just turned, he looked me. He said, he looked me. He said, where is that? Where is that that thing? I said, I don't know. I'm no longer using it. I don't know where it is.
Did he believe?
So please, guys in the house, you either leave or you please. Can you please? Is it by force to have men on my chat? Is it by force to have men on my stream? Please, men leave, oh, men leave. I want only women here. Men leave, oh. Cosrep, good night. Thunder Scorpion, good night. Black Money Cup, good night. Cornelius, I don't think he's still here. Is my husband still here? Can somebody help me check if my husband is still in the chat?
I don't.
Okay. So yesterday, for those who were not there, we're talking about sex toys and all that. So if your husband is not the type that enjoys love, foreplay, or he doesn't know how to give foreplay, like he doesn't know how to play and get the place wet, and whenever he's even knacking, hey, whoa, somebody is still here.
They got somebody. All right, good night. Oh, I know send you on this one. Good night. They should go and reward me.
Sweetheart, what are you still doing here? And I thought you should be on your way. So if you're anyway sharp, so if the man is hitting,
so that when they call on that meeting, I will not be there.
Don't go, yo, please stay. Don't go, because
I was there.
What? Wait, women supporting women. Oruzian and Kanwa, you want to abandon me?
I didn't.
Where is the women supporting women?
I didn't know Diani was still here. I'm not a party to confusion. No, I'm not.
Hey, well, Nemos is even still here. Chineke, you think they leave? Hey, they are curious too, Chief. Why can't these people go now? See. Why can't these men leave?
People got ready.
Anyways, the problem is I don't want men to go and disconnect this thing from their bathroom. That is why I don't want them in the chat. They will go and disconnect it from their bathroom. Anyways, if the man is not, whenever he's knacking, Cost rep say, I go nowhere. Hell. Whenever he's doing the do and he's not hitting the G spot, instead he will leave you with a broken waist. Or he will just leave you hanging, exhausted. You are not coming. You're not a rich orgasm. No matter how long he spends in the other room, but doing the do, you are not reaching orgasm. You cannot come. But he will come and then sleep off. The next thing, the man is snoring. You know how men snore when they come. So when he has slept off, you get up, jejeje. Oyoyo is pretending she's not hearing me. She doesn't want to.
So my hand no day. In fact, I have earpods. Even the demos are supporting me to leave. Oh. My hand no day. Cost rep, you won't go anywhere. Cost rep, good night. It's 1 a.m. in your place. Go ahead.
And the man is already sleeping. But your body is still doing you jing. Your body is still doing you to come. But the man is not making you come. Instead, he's already snoring there. And then get up. Go to the bathroom. If you have that hand washer or you have your hand shower, that handheld shower, not the one hanging up, that one you can bring down and you can control the head. Or you have that what is it called? Oyoyo. Now, what is the name of that thing now? That one they used to wash bomb. That handheld device that they used to wash bomb.
Here in the US.
That handheld device that they used to wash bomb. You see it in some hotels, you see it in some lovely apartments. Some people still have it and they fix it there because they don't want to use tissue. Or your shower handle. You go and sit down. You sit down on your toilet seat. You open your leg. And you control that shower head. You make sure the thing has force. That is not just dripping. Make sure it has force. And then you position it on your clit. Position it on top. You have it, Doris Clem. Good. Just position it on top. And let the force of the water hit that place for some minutes. You will come. You will be satisfied. That thing will give you maximum pleasure. You will reach orgasm you alone inside the bathroom. You alone will reach orgasm. Or you use your shower handle. Yes, or you just open wide. Make sure if you open your leg wide, so that it will hit the Habakkuk. Hey, what distance you want to finish me? You open wide, just spread your leg apart. Or you sit down on top of your bathtub, open your leg apart, and then position that thing. Bring it on the top. Let the force of the water. Make sure you turn the head to that single or triple splash because it will have more force. Then you position it there and then just sit back. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and just be imagining your husband on you. And then the next thing is you will find yourself jerking there. You will come and go and sleep. You go and lie down beside your dog and hold him and sleep peacefully. That is the only thing. So go and practice and then you come back and share. Classroom tips.
I didn't hear any of this, house rep. So
classroom tips say this topic don't change. No, this is just we have rounded up. This is just for those for those who were not in the class yesterday. Who missed the lecture yesterday? This is just for them. Okay. Thunder said, I can't
listen and get you. Oh gosh. That yesterday's class was something else. Cost rep, what did she say? I didn't hear. Cost rep.
I know. Cost rep will tell you what I said.
Cost rep, my ears were fully blocked. I didn't hear.
Anyway, guys, so that is just icing on the cake. But back to what we're discussing because I'm rounding up now. Oyoyo's word, what do you have to say on this topic we discussed today? Knowing how to balance being a wife and religion and women and religious leaders. Let's hear from you before we go. back to the topic.
I apologize for being very late on today's show, but however we look at it, respecting God will start from your home. If you really say you love God, honoring your husband, respecting yourself, your body too, they're all part of respect. Not when you claim you're a church woman, your hair stinks, your husband can't even put his own head close to your hair. Your body, you don't take care of your body because you're trying to cover up everywhere. So respecting your body, respecting your husband is respecting God. You can't practice that I love God without first of all doing the needful. The needful is that start from home. They say charity begins at home, and that's the way I look at it. If you start by respecting your husband, honoring your husband, knowing that no matter what you heard from church or what the pastor is saying, your husband is still the head of that home, and that respect will now show that you're actually submitting to what God has said. The Bible says submit to husband, and husband love your wife. And I tell you, if you respect that man by submission, if you said, okay, you know what, sweetheart, I know you have a fellowship, but why not let's do this before you go? You have to understand his plight before you step out, and not ignoring that need of his and going to church, sing hallelujah, where you're coming to church with sin already, sin of disobedience. So that's what I will say here. Knowing how to balance marriage, relationship, is very important. It will help us to foster a better relationship with God and our children.
Yes. Thank you very much, Oyoyo, because we are looking at seeing a lot of women get consumed with church. Church is good, though. And like our mothers have said, it's not as if church is a bad thing. I mean, it is supposed to reflect in our lives. We are supposed to carry out that image. I mean, we should be the light of the world. So if you are going to church and it's not reflecting, you are going to church, you're fighting your husband, you're keeping malice, you are starving him of his conjugal rights, something that belongs to him. You hold it, but some of them still go out there to give it to pastors. Pastor Nasha and Congo.
So, host, I'll be dropping
in the name of deliverance.
A roundup, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. So guys, this is it. We need to just know where to draw the line. Respect your pastor, but don't worship your pastor. Pastors are human beings like you. If you, that respect you cannot give to your husband at home, that means no other man deserves that respect. Unless your husband is in the type that, you know, maybe he's the type that, even if he's not the type, you still owe him the respect. No matter what happens, you still owe your husband that respect. Okay? If you cannot respect him and you are respecting the pastor outside, you can bow to your pastor, you can lick his feet. But be home, you speak to your husband anyhow, you can actually dip your hands into his eyes. That is very wrong. We need to stop that and begin to give that respect. Please. And then everything, we should know where to, I mean, this church thing, every day shouldn't be church activities. Every day of the week, it is either one meeting to the other. Weekends meeting, night vigils. When do you have time for your family? When do you have time for your children? When do you have time for your husband? And it is not everything you share. You come out to the church, I mean, in the congregation of people, you come out and you begin to share certain things that is meant to be private with a pastor, with the congregation, and then you make your husband a caricature. People are laughing at him. We have seen a lot of these clips on the internet. Let's be careful. It's not everything we share is as a testimony. How your husband cannot perform, how he can only do 10 minutes. Then pastor prayed for him, and then his manhood can now stand. And people are laughing. People are laughing. If you need private counseling, meet your pastor in his office and have a private counseling. Don't come before the whole congregation and then you begin to say these things. Let's draw the line. Religion is beautiful, but we Africans are carrying it on our head, and it is beginning to destroy our home. It is beginning to ruin our marriages. Be guided as you are listening to the message. As you are listening to those messages, see them. It's not every prophecy that is prophecy. Some prophecies are meant to destroy your home. It's not every prophecy they give to you that you carry and you run with. Some of these people don't see anything. They only try to ruin your home. So please, you can pray from home, and God answers prayers. You can pray with your husband at home, and God will answer your prayers. You can pray with your children at home, and God will answer your prayers. Please don't make everything all about church. You are praying, you are always praying when you should be performing your duty as a wife. That is when you are in the other room praying and binding and casting till 3-4 a.m. Please, guys, this is just a message for today. Thank you very much for staying. I appreciate you all. May God bless you for your time. Everyone in the chat, thank you so much. Thunder Scorpion, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oyoyo Sword, True Mamle, Classroom Tips, Course Rep. Man, I have amazing people in the house. Doris Claire, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Time Out with Pami, Cornelius Okudili, True Mamle. Yes, thank you so much. Mam Mary, Mam Ifechi, Pat Eyaba, Mekachike. Welcome. I thank every one of you for your time here. You guys have been with me for almost 3 hours. I didn't even know time is fast spent. But I thank you all so much, and I appreciate all your love and your support. Sweet Mother Gist TV, thank you so much, Sweet Mother. Fabro Happiness, Susan Herbal Tips, Esther's Chronicles. Thank you so much, Mary Queen. Thank you. God bless each and every one of you. Good night and have an amazing night rest. God bless you all. Bye, guys. Bye, bye, bye. Thank you all. Yeah. Yes, I love you, yes, so thank you guys. Thank you. Woo. I want to see you. In the morning, in the night, anytime when I call, you know, say I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good night. Good night. My baby, is only you know, I wanna see you. I know people. I wanna see you. Not too long. I wanna see you. Yeah. I wanna see you. Just like Ellen of London. Wanna kiss you early in the morning. Go, child. You know it's only you that I want. Just like Ellen of London. Wanna kiss you early in the morning. Go, child. Barbara, happiness. Thank you so much. I know people. Wanna see you. You got to know. Wanna see you. Really strong. I wanna see you. See you. I wanna see you. Oh, yo. See you. It's like Diana Grande. Wanna kiss you early in the morning. Go, child. You know it's only you that I want. It's like Diana Grande. Wanna kiss you early in the morning. Go, child. You know it's only you that I want. Good night, everyone. Memoza, True Mamle, Pablo. Good night, everyone. Enjoy your night rest.